I got it.
That's the one you got?
Yeah.
Astor and Banks.
What a gorgeous movie. Le Joux Parade premium. Let me put it on my wrist so you can see.
I like that pistachio.
Made in Italy rubber.
That's what I came for.
Super
Right?
soft,
And I may have to leave with it before the end of
And
the
then
week. I
leather
came
one.
for this
Yes,
gorgeous
okay.
thing.
And made in Italy.
See?
So what we're
See how
gonna
they
be-
do that? You sell cars too?
Astor and Banks. Are you guys out of Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Astor and Banks are three corners.
Yeah. What is okay? What's retail? Yo, what's going on? YouTube? What's happening, family? I see y'all in the chat. Y'all showing up, man. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Coming in, I greatly appreciate that, man. So, yeah, tonight we're gonna have a nice little conversation, man. We're gonna see how this thing goes, man. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice little conversation. Tonight's episode has been inspired by YouTube, where you can find your latest and greatest watch reviewers do their things. You can see the floating heads talk about what they talk about. So if you're new here, we're gonna have fun today. I try to have fun every episode. I try to have fun every live I do, every short that I put out. But here's the deal. I like watches. I've been collecting watches for a long time. And I just had a conversation about that. We were just, me and a couple other collectors were just kicking out some ideas about what's the next step in watch collecting, what's the next pickup and things of that nature. But we're going to talk about all that tonight. This is an open forum, so I did drop the link. What we're going to be talking about tonight is really, if you saw the thumbnail, which I know a lot of you guys, you saw the thumbnail, right? I did see that Wolverine and Deadpool movie, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna use Deadpool. That was actually AI I used for the thumbnail. I just put some words together and AI did the rest. And yeah, so tonight I want to talk about, what you've heard on YouTube as a collector. I know you love being a collector. I know you love everything about collecting watches. I know you do. I know you love the different forums you go to. I've had you guys recommend a couple forums to me, Reddit and some other places. And yeah, I want to talk and bring to you guys some of my experiences over this past, let's say, few months. Let's just go back a few months. Today's intro was actually wind up, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit tonight. We'll show some watches and stuff like that, man. But I want to pick your brain. Hold up, wait a minute. You guys not seeing? Okay, are we good? Oh no, okay, that's an old comment. I'm about to say, because I'm like, I see I'm live. You said, okay. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Scott, Felix, Watchman 54, always a pleasure. Invicta Showcase. We're going to be showing some Invictas tonight, too. DK is in the building. So, I kind of gave you a disclaimer. Well, this is a disclaimer. There may be some topics tonight that will irritate some people. I am not calling out anybody individually, no channels, none of that. We're not going there. Everybody is subject to say and feel however they want to as a watch collector. I'm just telling you, as a fan of watches and a consumer of YouTube, this is what I see. So let's just say this is sort of a reaction to what I have experienced up to this point. So let's talk watches. Wrist check. No, I am not Mark from Long Island. I get it because I got two watches on. Some people get us confused. I understand. We kind of got the same thing going on. He don't wear glasses though, or a hat. I don't think I've ever seen him with a hat. But I can see how you guys can confuse us at times. But yes, I have on this wrist, I have on my Squale 1521 on leather. And then I have on a Spinnaker. This right here is a homage to the Panerai, which I will have one day. Panerai, you will be in my collection at one point. This is the California dial, California style dial. So I would love to know, what are you guys wearing on the wrist? What are you guys wearing on the wrist? So like, wrist check, fool. Yeah, all that good stuff. I see the eyeballs, bro. I see the eyeballs, man. I see the eyeballs. Guess what I'm not showing tonight? Just take a wild guess. This one watch I'm not showcasing tonight. I'm actually finalizing. It's not going to make an appearance tonight. I'm getting my last little wares out of it before I send it back to its owner. But I have enjoyed wearing a particular watch. It has been an amazing thing. Which let's just get into tonight's topic. Yes. Watches that you should be wearing under $500 or under a dollar amount, right? The best watches to wear under a dollar amount. You know, the watches that's always recommended. It's like, man, I never see the watch that I like to wear. I would like to see what they would say. So I'm going to show you a watch that is well under. What I'm talking about is so far under $500. How much was this watch? Secretary, how much was this watch? Oh, she mute right now. So I got this right here. This is an Aragon timepiece. Aragon. Hold up. We got some action. I got somebody waiting to come up on the stage. Yeah, you know what? This man, hey, you more than welcome. This is your second home, brother. You know what I'm saying? So let's please welcome my big bro, the man with more. He got more knives than I got. You know what I'm saying? Ripsaw Joe, what's going on, baby?
Going on, brother?
Man, I'm gonna show some of my knives. So I got all my knives sitting right here. I was going through them. I said, "Oh, these things are beautiful. Things are beautiful." Cool. Well, Ripsaw, I hope you in for tonight's topic, bro, because it can get a little bumpy. It's gonna be some turbulence. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're gonna be talking about some watch companies that is frowned upon, or well, a watch company that's frowned upon, and some watch companies that don't ever get talked about that often, right? So, of course, I'm starting with the Aragon. This is a dive tank, and it has the same vibe as a Bell & Ross, right? So Bell & Ross, well-known company, historical. People love it, some people. And it has a very unique design. So you have the circle, and then the case is cushioned, but it's square, right? This is by Aragon, for those that don't know. And it's powered by NH35. You got a sunburst thing going on. You got 120 click. Its thing is, I want to say it's about 14.5 millimeters thick. Wears very well. This isn't the original bracelet. I bought this bracelet with the purchase of this watch. And he sent me the strap too. It comes with a blue strap. Because Joe got one. You got a couple of them, don't you? Or did you just get the one?
No, I have two of them.
Okay, you got the turquoise one, right? And I can't remember the other color.
I think it's pink.
Pink? Okay. Oh, I like that pink one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're 8 minutes into it. And if you just happen to catch this right here, just know if you don't watch nothing else, go check out the company Aragon. This one right here is a polarizing company, and it's been compared to Invicta. And in my opinion, Invicta and Aragon, though similar in size, he has his own design language.
Two totally.
Yeah, that's the only thing I will say is, and I've heard people on YouTube say, well, they're kind of the same and blah. No. Just in size. They will still do 48, 50 millimeters. And you know what? I know he has the gauge. The Aragon or Android gauge was 54 millimeters, but I haven't seen him make that in a long time. So just know that these watches are available. They're always, I'm gonna say, you're gonna spend on average about $250 on one of these watches. Some of them do range. He got some NE86 and 88s that may run you $900 or $1,000, but other than that, his average cost is about $250. So there you have it.
Unless you hit a sale and get it for like 100.
Exactly. Because I got this one, I can't remember, like $150 maybe. Somewhere around there. Yes, sir.
Can you see my view right now? That's where I'm at.
Oh,
you see that? I'm at my beach house up in Hampton Beach.
Oh, wow.
Can you see the boat?
Wow. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the scenery. I love that. Every single Aragon piece is its own thing. That is, hold on, let me see who said that. Ah, oh, they don't have the history or heritage that Invicta has. They do not. They're only been a company 30 years, I think. Wing has been a company. Started out as Android, what have you. But I brought that point up because Joe, you know this. Let's talk about Invicta for a second. Let's talk about Invicta. Shall we?
We shall.
So this right here is an Invicta timepiece. It's chronograph. This is the Sea Spider. This isn't the original bracelet. I had this strap made for it. It's actually custom. This is a 4-digit. So anybody that's within the Invicta family, when you have a 4-digit number, like, yo, you got something older. So Sea Spiders are very rare. They do play like a sort of like a pro diver.
Yep.
But this thing is amazing. This is an amazing timepiece, right? I guess based on just the Invicta community, because people on the outside that rate the AUDEMARS and the Omegas, you will look down on these watches saying, "Hey, who collects those anyway?" Me. I do. So, what's man? Ooh. That's a wrist check, man. God, dog.
Where the hell is my camera? There it is. Let me take it off.
Ooh, 30 years is more than a lot of micro brands. You are right, Space G. You are right.
The hell? Oh, there it is.
There you go. Ooh, nasty. That's nasty. Just nasty.
77.50.
Gorgeous watch. Gorgeous watch.
That was my watch today. Well, it's the only one I brought with me, so it's going to be tomorrow's too.
I ain't mad at you, bro. How long you up there?
I actually have to measure a job that is one town over from here, so that's why I'm here tonight. I have to measure a job tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But I went fishing today. Let's see. That was one of today's catches.
Joe and the man, I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. So yes, let's continue this, man. So with the Invicta thing, bro. I was looking at a couple of YouTube videos, and it was funny where I saw they didn't have the Invicta in hand, but they called it, they was like, hey, who would dare buy something like this? You hear the same thing back and forth. Yeah. And it's funny that there's people that go in Costco and they buy Invicta, right? And they base it off of what they see. They like it, they buy it. Yep. And there's people, enthusiasts, that will look at YouTube, and you may miss an opportunity to have something that you can enjoy, because there's a number of reasons why you buy Invicta. May want to match something to your shoes. You may just want something big on your wrist. Who knows? I was watching one channel, and they were talking about the Panerai. The Panerai has a watch that is out now. And I want to say this watch is 6 figures, and it's just as big as any Invicta that's out there. And it has some button on it that like illuminates. I think the loom lasts for like 30 minutes, like when you press it or something like that. I like it because it's a Panerai. But I said, man, 100 G's?
No.
What? Man. Let's see who we got. Oscar. House of X is in the building. Thank you for being here. Let's see what you got on. Why I'm wearing my sub 1. He got a sub on too. He got a sub 1 with the turquoise dial. I know which one you got. Yeah, that's a beauty too.
I have one of those. Those are awesome.
They sitting there hearing the echo your way. Ripso, how are you doing? Okay, that's House of X speaking. Watch, man. Everybody speaking in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate everybody supporting, man. We got 20 people that's watching right now. So if you're watching at home, thank you so much for just watching, man. You're a part of the conversation tonight. So, Joe, I shared some information earlier today with a collector, and we talked about this whole ordeal about how YouTube is so funny, man, when it comes to watches. You'll hear the encouragement to buy particular watches. You'll hear the term, you haven't experienced the watch until you experience horology, right? High horology, for those that don't know, and that's the top end, you know, your AUDEMARS, your Vacherons. You haven't experienced watch collecting until you have experienced the high-end brands. What do you think about that, Joe?
I think that's bullshit, to be honest with you. If I'm not a watch collector, why do I have almost, 475 watches? That just because I don't have high-end ones doesn't mean I'm not a watch collector and I don't experience it. I mean, come on,
Yeah. So
to each their own, I say.
That's easy to say, bro. To each his own, man. And you would think that you like, I respect that what you just said.
Yeah.
To each his own, right? I mean, I have some pieces in my collection that you don't have in yours, right? You will say, and you've said this in the past, yo, bro, I like that watch. You know what I'm saying? You said it yourself. I didn't think I would like a smaller piece, but some of these watches are great.
Yep. Like the Seikos that I've got, 42 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I would wear a 42 millimeter, and I actually love them. I really do.
Okay. I mean, hey, that's a beautiful thing. I want to show you guys a watch that, I mean, this is one of the most recent ones, man, but I have grown so fond of this watch. The Islander.
Yep.
I have grown so fond of this watch, man. And I don't really see Mark actually catching flack online for his timepieces. Other than, like, hey, they look like Seikos, right? I'm like,
you know what? You can compare any watch. You can take any watch and compare it to another brand. I don't care what brand it is. You could say, like everyone says, the Invictors of the Rolex, Submariners and all that crap. And,
right.
I mean, there's only so much uniqueness you can get in a watch. I mean, it's a watch. You can't.
I got somebody else that's hanging in the back, man. This was my wind-up buddy, man. This has been a long time collector that I've known, man. Been cruising with this guy, and I know he just got a new watch, man. Please welcome to the stage, my man, Kenny. What's happening? Why?
It's been a hot minute, go.
It's been a hot minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is like, hey, he's getting entered into the Hall of Fame of battlers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's good, baby?
No, man. I saw you guys talking about some Aragon, some old school Invictas. So I'm like, I got some. I'm still up in Chicago, but I still got some of my older stuff with me. So I figured I'd jump on.
Okay, nice. I'm glad you're here, bro. Because the conversation. We've had these conversations back and forth. You've looked at YouTube. You know what's out there.
Of course.
And here's the crazy thing. God forbid anybody really buys a watch and actually like it. God forbid. Did you buy the watch and you were like, you know what? This watch is actually pretty nice. Like, for example, I'm going to show you guys another Aragon. This one right here. Simplistic. Is green. It has tritium tubes. I bought this watch for one reason. It slapped me in the face. I had to get it, right?
Yep.
You paid $150 for this one. I do know pay $150 for this watch. What'd you say, bro?
How can you beat that? Tritium tubes, everything,
Tritium tubes, T100s. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a beautiful watch, man. And I'm just like, oh, hold up. Y'all, wait a minute. I know this. Boy, ladies and gentlemen, people of all areas in the world, please hold your applause. He is not signing anything today. One of the greatest YouTubers to ever cause conflict. This man is kin to controversy, right? This man loves the drama.
DK.
Flex on you and your mama. Bars, please. welcome the degenerate Lizard King.
Holy shit, DK! It's been a hot minute, man.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on, gentlemen? Or DJ?
Yo.
What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Doing good, man. Living the dream.
Man, bro.
It's nice you finally had a live at a respectable time and not when I'm like balls deep at work, you know. So I can finally hop on.
Man, you know what, DK, I don't know. I've just had this enjoyment and love for just going live and talking about watches, man. I don't want to ever lose that feeling that I had when I got around people that collect watches like me. I think about that all the time. I have this stuff around me for a reason. And I'm not here to challenge anybody on YouTube. That's not my goal. My goal is to share what I have found, bro. And you understand, all of us on this panel right now, different backgrounds. And I know you've been busy taking over the world and stuff like that. They think Trump's taking over. It's actually this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? All a point. That's the conspiracy. It's actually him. Like when you see DK pop up, you were like, "Oh crap!" You wouldn't have seen it come. I'm sorry, you let the cat out the bag. But
me and my Uncle Kim Jong, right?
Right.
Oh shit, dude! Oh my god!
Hey, but yeah, seriously, I have enjoyed doing this and talking about this, man. And I feel like there are entities on YouTube, man. It's like they're just throwing stuff out as if they hate the hobby now. It's like a job. And I'm like, hey, I can't tell you how to do your channel, man, but some of the information I hear, I'm like, yo, how are you judging this watch? One, you never touched it, or like a watch that come out. For example, I have a watch that I think is absolutely beautiful, and it's that Seiko Cocktail Time, right? I didn't say, of course, there's gonna always be, man, you know what? If Seiko would have did this, that, and the other, this would be a perfect watch. I bet you if Seiko would have did that, I would still say, well, if they did it this way, sometimes get the watch and enjoy it. And I will get DK, I will give you credit for this one right here. You are the reason why I have this watch.
Hell yeah.
But listen, I wouldn't change nothing about this watch. I absolutely love it. And that's that. Okay. Okay, who we got in the chat? Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for hitting the like button.
Somebody wanted a wrist check. Yeah. So this was on my wrist. It's been on my wrist for a few days now. It's the 7750.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I don't have the best lighting in here, so.
Oh, you got that hotel light. That's all good, man.
He got that leave the money on the counter light.
Exactly.
Welcome to the hotel industry. Shit.
Lone Ranger, Hio Silver. I like that, man. What's going on? Welcome in.
Is it my turn? I got a Timex little sum.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, full metal Timex.
I like that bracelet.
I don't know if you remember the Iron Man from back in the day, but it's the same thing. It's just all metal.
Yeah. I had an Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
I like the all metal version. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
DK was gonna go all metal.
I might actually be the only one in the US that has this because this was a Japanese release only. And so I had to pull some strings to get my hands on this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
CEO of Educated Opinions. I am done with you. Why am I just seeing that? Oh man, I hate you so much.
Dude, are you feeling like, I guess now that you're getting more into the community, you just like feeling like not jaded, but it's wearing you down, like wearing your soul down because of the negativity, or
bro, it is sometimes it gets thick though. Honestly, I mean, tonight's episode is me, Trap, being completely honest. I'm not hiding no feelings and nothing like that. I have minded my business on some stuff. I've heard some stuff that I'm like, dude, that's stupid or whatever. But yeah, it does. Like, it just to this week, I'm like, dude, all of the episodes that I've looked at to where I've kind of dwindled down. I said, you know what? Let me just clean my eyeballs out of all of the crap, because I love looking at YouTube. I love seeing what's coming out new, because I can't just go out and buy all these things. And some of the ADs that's by me don't have some of the watches, right? So I am literally watching people's reviews or reactions to it. And I'm like, okay. And there's always a dig at another company. There's always digs at the people that collect certain watches. I'm like, man, just do your show, man, and get up. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like I got to the point where I'm looking at it on mute just to get a close-up look. And I'm like, okay, I'm good enough. Let me go over to the website and see for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I do appreciate some of these websites are doing the virtual, like the 360 view. You know, and I'm just hoping that all of them, the more companies adopt that, I'll probably stop watching as many YouTube channels as I used to. Being 100 with you.
Yeah.
Pace was asking if this is a meteorite. No, it's the skeleton dial.
Yeah, that's the one they come out with recently, like about
it's
six
the
months ago.
JM Carrera.
Yeah.
Thought I lost out on it, but I was able to find one.
He said, I want to fight you.
Yeah, it can get tricky, man. Like, especially in this YouTube game, you know, because like you wanna meet real people, and like, you know, these channel owners, they're not two-faced, but they can't be like themselves all the time, you know. So like, I kind of understand it. You got to play the game, and part of the game is just like, you know, going with the flow, saying the popular things to say, and all that stuff, you know.
I'm gonna move outside. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that, bro. I do. I honestly do. And I considered all that before I even did this episode. I considered, okay, do I want to do this or what? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wanted to just like go through a list of watches that I have and I've touched and held on to, because there were a few comments that I've had on my channel lately. Is like, yo, how does this watch actually feel? How does it wear? People asking legitimate questions. And that's what I love most about YouTube. And it's like I'm going to show you the watch that somebody asked me about. Ryan Johnson actually blessed me and a couple other guys with this watch right here, the R150. They don't call it a pro diver, but it's basically a pro diver.
Yeah.
40. This one is a 46 millimeter. And really nice watch, man. It's very smooth. I like the way it feels. It's balanced for it to be the size that it is. It's balanced. I like it. And it means a lot to me. So somebody asked me about this, like, hey, how does it fit? And I was like, for it is being as big as it is, that lug to lug is really where you measuring it. It's just balanced, man. I like it. You know, and for the price that it was at the time, I was like, grab it. You got an R150, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people just gotta have that Swiss designation, just like you. I know you go crazy over Swiss made. You and your
man, get out of here. You know, I don't give a crap about that.
you're a Swiss made fanboy. You gotta have you down. You said I'm tired of Japanese movements. I need all Swiss. Give me Swiss,
dude. Any day that I can find a Chinese watch that outperforms a Swiss watch, that's like that. I love it. Just because I know it's gonna piss people off, and I just have a field day with it, you know.
Bro,
I'm Swiss all the way. You know me.
Yeah, you're a Swiss whore.
I'm a Swiss snob, except for tourbillon. You can't afford a Swiss tourbillon.
He is, man. That dude, we sat, me and him had a whole conversation about it. And like, he had so much enjoyment talking about it. I said, but you know what? That I can appreciate those conversations though, because you love what you love, right? You enjoy what you enjoy, man. And it's funny that I got DK up here. Anybody that's new that don't know this guy, his videos are controversial without calling people's name out. Like, he never calls any channels out. It's like a ring across the bell. Anybody that has an opposing thought, feelings are crushed by the time you're done watching his videos. I'm telling you, y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all watch his videos, man. It's like he dares you to say something. He dares you.
Who, little old me?
Yeah.
And you know what? I've seen how he gets down. And there's been only one other person where he directly just like singled out because that person came back and said some stuff. So that was only one time. But everybody else, it's like.
Are you talking about Maverick Bitch watch reviews?
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, that fucking pussy reported my video.
With that one video that we.
Yeah, that's why it's not up anymore. Because like I posted it, and then about 12 hours later, it got taken down. Yeah.
Wow.
It's all good though. It's all fun.
Years ago, he called me out for being an Invicta collector. Called me an idiot or something like that, and I sent him a comment like I said, bro, this world ain't as big as you think it is.
Dude,
yeah, right.
You know I got people, right? So this dude has literally been arrested for larceny. So like his opinion, he's like the scum of the earth, you know. So I like it, they're always the same kind of people. Like the people that make watch collecting just a terrible place to be. They're not like people you would respect. You know what I'm saying? They're just like they have these sorry lives. So you're kind of going into these opinions, these negative opinions. You just got to take them with a grain of salt, you know, because chances are they're kind of like just mouth breathing trolls that have nothing better going on for them, you know. So you just kind of got to have fun with it.
I seen you. Let me see. He wanted me to ask you your thoughts on Lier.
Lier. I've never heard of them, but I'm looking them up right now. Lier watches.
Let's see. And I hate those oversaturated renders on websites. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Atelier? Atelier when? That Chinese brand?
Atlier is the way you spelled it.
Atelier. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Atelier. I've never owned one. I've seen them. They look clean, and everybody swears by them. So, like, I would not be opposed to owning one, but I'm pretty sure they're like super expensive, aren't they? Watches.
What do you say? DK in that sub letting off depth charges. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, that is a perfect analogy. That is a perfect analogy.
More like torpedoes.
Dude, these watches, they look clean. I like them. I don't know if I would ever own one. Just because it's like for $4,000, you know, like I really gotta like it. I like it. I don't know if I really like it. Now I like it for $399, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I like it for $4,000.
Trap, what was that 4-digit that you had earlier?
The C-Spider.
That's my C Spider.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
Yep. This was actually and a specialty was my first Invicta watches.
Huh.
Yep, dude. This is my very first one.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yep. I keep it by it's just a reminder of where the journey started, you know. And you know what? I've watched DK, I've watched a number of your videos. I've watched a lot of other videos, man. I've seen some people. It's so funny when it's almost like when some YouTubers run out of stuff to say or content, they start attacking people. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all, man?
Space G just called me a Bass Pro pimp.
Oh man.
So might as well oblige him, right?
Hold on. Okay, I just seen that. Oh man.
Are you willing to put out a name or give a name for someone you're talking about, or just in general?
Oh, this is in general, bro.
I can kind of understand, like, so first of all, the grind to be a content creator for stuff that you have to buy is not easy. It's not cheap, right? So you either gotta spend all your money on buying watches or start kind of shilling, getting free, like asking for free watches, you know, because, you know, watches ain't free, watches ain't cheap. And then so if you run out of those two options, then the next option after that is giving advice, watch advice, because it's free, you know, it's just contrived content. And then after that, after watch advice, it's watch drama, you know? So I think, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand why a channel would sometimes go in that direction, because, you know, like, you got to put out something. if your bread and butter is in a channel, like you know, like a channel that doesn't put out content isn't making you any money. So
yeah. But you know, if there's certain videos, I'll tell you what. There's a couple channels that I watch. You know, you do have some watch sellers and things of that nature. I believe at this point, anybody over 100,000 subscribers, it wouldn't be hard for you to get a video, to get a bare minimum of 5,000 views. A bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? Just enough to get like your little 13 cent a video, whatever the case is.
You'd be surprised at how many channels buy their subscribers, though. So, you know, that's why if you look, there are some channels that have a lot of subscribers, but their views don't match. So, like, and YouTube is very good at figuring out what the fake views are, but YouTube is not good at finding out fake subscribers. So you've got channels that have 50, 60, 70, 100,000 subscribers, and they don't make a lot of money because they don't have real views. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just going to ask you that. There's no way of telling if they're bought subscribers or not.
There are signs. So like if you go to socialblade.com, like any kind of analytics website, you can type in any channel name. So you could go on socialblade.com and type in mine or Chap's name, right? And then it'll pull up all the analytical data. So if you see a sudden spike in subscribers, but then their views don't go up, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like plateauing, then that's an obvious sign that they've bought subscribers, because nobody ever just subscribes to a channel and doesn't watch the channel, right? Like, so that means they probably purchased some Indian or China bot company to like just flood their channel with subscribers. And so it's a sneaky tactic, and that's how they kind of manipulate the watch community, you know, because people will see like, oh, this watch is being talked about a lot by a channel that has a lot of subscribers, therefore it must be popular, you know. So I understand it. Again, I don't agree with it, but like, you know, players got to play. You know,
sometimes get barely 5K. Oh, all right. One time for the one time. I can't. You know what? The guy that's coming up next, I can't mess with you too much. You know why? But I will let you on just to get up here and say what you got to say. So everybody, please welcome 5-0, my man, JJ. Man, hold up. What is you going on here, bro?
Okay, all right.
Good evening.
Wait a minute, bro. Did you just come from a strip club? Or are you a stripper, bro?
I just got out the shower and I heard you. I saw you live. I thought, let me get on here quick.
Bro, you come in, got your nipples pointing at us and everything. What's up?
I just want to say, all you guys.
This is a family show, man. You got your man meat out, man. What's wrong with you?
Listen,
Put
guys.
that taco meat away.
Well, at least we can laugh because, you know, I've been going through this week. I want to say thank you to everybody for your condolences and everything else, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. I really do.
Man,
Family. That's the only reason I came on, man. I'm not gonna stay. Like I said, I just got out the shower and I saw you live. I said, let me get on here and say thank you to everybody. And I'm out of here, man.
Okay, all right, bro.
All right, brother.
Bro, hang in there.
Love you guys. Love everybody.
You,
Love the whole family, man. This is great. Love you guys.
Love you, Jay.
All right, brother.
All right.
Did I miss something? Now I feel bad.
His mother passed away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his
God
mother
damn.
passed away.
I'm sorry, JJ. I didn't even know. I wasn't even tracking that. I've been.
He said, "Wait a minute, hold up." He said, "Those nipples are loaded." Oh, anything can happen on the live, bro. You never know what can happen on the live, bro. I tell you, that's the danger of being live. But hey, I wouldn't have it no other. Like I said, DK and y'all, everybody, I love doing what I do. I love just, you know what I'm saying, like just the whole reporting thing, man. I've actually looked and watched a couple of other YouTubers do their thing, and I watch a lot of content creators, right? And I got hey Adam, I'm live, brother. Come on up, bro. You should come on up here, man. Yeah, bro. Adam from Adam Flederman, Von Reese Watch Company. But yeah, my thing is this though, DK. You've done it, all right. Billy's done it. Now, regardless of the fact, Billy can be a loose cannon, but he still like he brings out watches. He talks about it. He gives his spin, and it's more journalistic than just throwing something out there. But then I can appreciate the channels that will just bring you they'll show you what's new. I like those channels. They don't say much. It's like 3-4 minute videos. They'll drop a watch. I'm like, oh crap. I was just looking at one, a Doxa, man. There was a I don't even know what material was, man, but not to say I'm about to buy Doxa, but I love the way it looked. It's pretty expensive, but that watch was beautiful. And I love those type of channels. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that sunset.
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
Hey man, that looked like what was that scene out of what movie was that with Denzel Washington? I think that was what was that movie he played when he blew the dude up in a diner or something like that? Crap.
Got to be more specific.
Oh, it's the one where he hits his little clock.
God, it was a great movie.
Yeah, and he got to killing everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was that looked like a scene you just showed.
Equalizer
2.
Yeah.
That sunset looked like Equalizer 2 when we went back to Lone Ranger, Andre the Giant. He called you. That's actually Kevin Nash, man. Kevin Nash stole his look from him. Oh, we got Kimon in the building.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like they gotta. I think it's all just a game that these content creators are playing, you know, for content and for views and stuff, and you really can't blame them. It's the audience. The audience is what drives the content, you know. And I know it's frustrating. I think you just got to keep doing what you're doing and like finding joy. What's up?
No, I'm gonna say he was like, let's see. Where do you see the hottest styles being for the next decade? Seems like divers have held the crown for years.
I don't see divers really going away, in all honesty.
Heck no.
I was just going to say the same thing. I think divers are still going to hold the crown. To be honest with you.
And I honestly think chronos are still going to, do their thing. You look at something like an Omega Speedmaster, or something like that. I don't see any of that type of style going away because it can be dressed up, it can be dressed down. It's really universal. So,
hey, bro, I was watching it live. I think it was last night, and this is another thing that kind of sparked this whole episode or live. The question was, with like right now, there are watches sitting. They discussed the whole Rolex situation that they saying that they don't have enough watches, but they do because they make over $1 million a year. And there was a whole bunch of conversations, and it came down to this: in the next decade or so, they can see companies like Eddie's Dive or Steel Dive being like the top companies, like those lower end brands will be the ones standing through all this turmoil because they did discuss what we're going to possibly face during this next election. People are not going to have enough money spending cash to go and try to buy an Omega or something like that. So if you don't have it now, you're screwed. Not that I can't see Joe saying, "Hey, I'm gonna buy a Cartier next year." You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think that's why, kind of jumping off that. I think that's kind of why the micro brand scene is just going to keep blowing up like it is. I mean, a couple weeks ago, you and I went to that show, and let's be real. I've been out of the game for a little bit, right? And just walking those 40 booths, and that's just that's not even touching, dipping your toe into, what's coming out there.
Nope.
And there's that's what I saw at that show was really cool stuff.
Right.
And micro brands, man, I see these videos that, guys like you or even, videos, guys like, Teddy Baldessar, where he's always, showcasing micro brands and things like that. And, and micro brands, man, the next 5-10 years, they're gonna keep crushing.
What do you think, DK? What do you think about that? Next decade, what are we looking at, man? Because I see the market is hurting some big companies, some big name companies. They sales not like where they were. They kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think I would say probably a contributing factor to that is the quality of, and people aren't going to like this, but homage and copy watches from China. You know, they are objectively fantastic. The good ones, right? Like, there's a lot of shit coming from China, but when they do it right, they do it really right, and they do it in the price range that is appealing to a lot of people, right? In that $150 to $300 price range. Yeah. And you know, micro brands are kind of the same. So the only difference is micro brands don't have the scope of advertisement power, I guess, you know. So with micro brands, you kind of already have to be in that niche in the know community to see like what to look for. And so I think those two things, homage companies, these Chinese copycat companies, and then micro brands are going to be the things that people steer towards to, you know, especially when people realize that there's a lot of snake oil in the luxury watch business. You know, it's like, why would I get this when I can get that? You know, like the delta is not that much, you know, but like obviously high-end luxury watches are phenomenal. And like, you know how I feel about them. You have to experience them to really know. But sometimes you don't have to have the super high end. Sometimes you just have to have the high end enough, you know?
Yeah, but you know, I see there's a thing with that though, bro, is there's people that that's all they have purchased, or like going to Walmart or going to like a men's warehouse, and they don't even have a name on it. It just may say King on the dial. He's like, yo, this is tight. I'm gonna wear this with my suit tonight. I used to do that, bro, when I was 18.
And that's normal. That's like a normal, reasonable way of thinking about stuff.
You know, like and it's crazy, bro. Like I would go into a store. Like I remember when I hit 21, I was able to go to the club. And I knew that I'm gonna get you a question in a second, bro. You talked about the dress watch. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I remember going to get I would either buy me some cologne or I'll go to Macy's or LS Ayres back in the day. I would go to LS Ayres and I'll squirt on some cologne, the little tester, and then I'll go buy me like a little $15 to $20 watch that they got sitting out there. And I'm like, yeah, just go with my outfit. I'm good to go. And I'm sitting in that thing. I don't even know the name of this watch. I set the watch and I'm out. Yep. I don't care about nothing else, man. You can't tell me that I don't look good. You can't tell me that this watch is clean and I smell good, bro. And it's one of them things, man, where there's a group of people that still do that to this day.
Yeah,
there's so many people that do that right now.
That's the normal thing. Nobody gives a shit about where your watch comes from, you know, in reality. So,
man,
I think we have a very unique way of thinking because we're so addicted to watches, you know.
He said it depends on what you call dress. Well, hey, bro, I'll tell you what, I consider this to be a dress watch, right? And this is one of the dressiest watches that I have.
Hang on, let me get a light. The lighting here sucks.
Hold on, wait, let me see. What was the prediction? I predict the smaller businesses are going to dominate when dust clears. Bigger companies are in trouble. That's the conversation I heard last night. That's the conversation I heard last night. So, DK, I think you good, man, with your Tudors, bro.
I would consider this a dress watch.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yep.
And it's it's Trav, you were talking about a 4-digit Invicta. This is a 4-digit Invicta.
Oh, really?
Oh, so it's old school object de art, but
I like that.
It's only got one main hand.
You fancy, bro. You fancy. But I can't keep up with you. I cannot keep up with you. Now, Kenny,
I'm trying to get more into the dress game though. That Tissot that we looked at, that's my next one, man.
Artanian. So he agreed China is going to win that war. Their watches are attainable to a lot more of the public. It is, bro. It is, bro. Like, dude, that San Martin I got, bro.
That's a dope watch right there.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that Captain Lillard.
And when you get into luxury, it's like it's so opinion based, you know. That, like I said before, you can't define what good quality and good value is, you know, because there's like a base level, and I think every company has achieved that base level of quality and value. And once you start looking for things above that, it's like it just depends on what you prioritize, you know. Do you prioritize heritage? Do you prioritize cost? Do you prioritize, you know, robustness? They like all things can change depending on which watch you're looking at, and that's kind of like how you determine your own sense of like value on that. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just felt like it was applicable at the time.
Bro, you are listen. You are good, and you do that every episode.
Yeah.
Every episode. So, guys, let me share this with you. This was actually last week. I went to an AD near me, and I went in there to look around and stuff like that. I actually got a short out of it, and there was a guy in there that was listening to my conversation. I was talking to another collector. He heard me say Longines, and he immediately came over and was like, "Oh, I just bought a Longines last week," and he told me what he bought. And then he asked me, he said, "Hey, I'm getting a watch, an Omega that is hardly ever comes in here. What's it, the Super Ocean or whatever it is?" And he got a colorway that's very rare. The company had to actually order this watch, right? I think the last time they had that watch, they were telling the story about, I don't know if it was Bruce Springsteen or somebody came in and got the watch. So I said, cool, great story. But then this guy said, no, there's more. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? He said, do you have a Grand Seiko? I said, no. He said, come here. And this guy is so just like saturated with information. He went in depth as the finishing. He was talking about like the years they came out, the different names that they've had, how they take the pictures, how they get the information for the actual dial. Like they, you know, they'll come out and see a sunset and they'll capture a film. Somebody will take a picture of it and they'll transfer that picture to the actual watch. And all, it's like, bro, he went so far in depth. And I was laughing at the fact, I said, this dude is very passionate about Grand Seiko. Price never came up. He was just like, yo, whenever you're able to get one of these watches, he said, you got to at least get one. And he said, I don't care about nothing else that you collect in life. You have to have a Grand Seiko. And dude, I'm talking about, you'd have thought he was a minister preaching Jesus to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy was for real, was so serious, right? I respect his passion. This guy, and he was like real nerdy about it too. I listened to the whole he talked to me for 25 minutes just about Grand Seiko.
Oh, was that the guy in Trifecta the other day, Trip?
No. This was this another guy. I was at Moyer Jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah. That guy, I met that guy. He was cool too.
Yeah, what was he? I forget what you said. What was he buying? He was looking at?
He actually bought a Citizen, but he was looking at the Flederman watches.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, it comes down to what you like. That's it.
I think it's cool that he didn't bring price into it, though. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question that I was just going to say. A lot of us have what we know is our most expensive watch that we have bought. Does that make that watch your favorite? To me, no. To me, it doesn't.
Yeah. It is tricky though, because you have to, when you're talking about that kind of stuff, luxury items, you have to like be able to read the room and respect what someone else's price range is, right? And so it's like, it is tricky. There's no like right way to approach it. So I found that like I kind of just have to just focus on what I enjoy and just focus on that. And if people want to enter the discussion on the things that I enjoy, then then they already know what price range I'm talking about. And if they choose to continue that conversation with me, then they've accepted that like, okay, this is the price range that we're talking about. But I'm never gonna like I don't know. Like, for example, I'm not going to go to some high school kid and just talk about like, $10,000 watches with the kid and, and act like, oh, you can't get this. Like like get out of my face, Like, yeah.
You got it. Yeah, I get that, bro. I get that. What's going on, Rob?
Anywho, I got dinner waiting for me, so I got to roll, gentlemen.
All right, bro. Appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah, if you guys are still going, by the time I'm done, I'll hop back on.
Okay.
All right. Good to see you, DK.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, DK.
Right. So let's see. Let's get into the chat. Well, everybody's speaking. Robert Wood just walked in the building. Thanks for being here. We're just having a little discussion about stuff, man, and iron some stuff out.
I gotta run to the boys' room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
things.
So I think DK brought up a good point about like the homage and like the quote unquote copycat watches, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a Omega by any means, but you couldn't tell me any different.
I like that. I like that chronograph. What is that?
This is the review Thamen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How does that feel like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like in comparison to any other watch? Like, what does it compare to something else in your collection?
It's tough to say because like even just winding it, the wind has a different feel.
Okay.
And it's not that they're using like crazy movements. It's a Sellita SW510. So, I mean, compare it to a SW500 that, we all have Invictas of and all this other stuff. I mean, but when you wind this compared to when you wind that, you can feel like the tension, I guess, in your wind.
Yeah.
I mean, even the polishing, the polishing is a different level. And by no means was this watch, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't overly expensive. I think it cost me around $1,000.
Okay.
But if I remember right, $1,000, $1,100, somewhere in that ballpark. But
what watch are you talking about?
So DK was talking about homage watches and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I mean, this isn't an Omega, but
Doesn't look like one.
It's a review Thamen. And I know he was in here earlier, Kimon and everybody else. Like, I know he has a couple of these too, but I mean, just Trap was asking me about like the build structure and like, can you notice a difference? And I said, compared to what I usually have in an Invicta, 100%. I mean, and it's not like, and I saw Trap, I'm like, it's not that they're using different movements. It's a SW510. So, I mean, Invictus have SW500s and all this other stuff. So, I don't know what they do different, but
mine is going to always be a dive watch. Mine is always going to be a dive watch. But I have recently have fallen in love with like my sporty watches, no bezel, just nothing but sport, man. I've really been digging those. But I've come down to this, man, you guys. I've come down to like, as far as the watches I have right now, there's like maybe 6 or 7 that gets in constant rotation all the time. I mean, all the time. But then, like, we're talking about watches that function well. That if you ask, I know I'm watching James. Actually, I think he gave one of these away. If not this same watch, he gave this watch away. This is my Glycine.
The Glycine?
Yep. And this is my first Glycine. This watch is so smooth and it wears so well. Whether it's on a strap, a NATO, or even this Melanage bracelet, it wears so well, like extremely well. And 60 click bezel. This watch, in my opinion, is wait a minute, hold on. Forget what I was about to say, y'all. Forget what I was about to say before we get up out of here. There's no way that I could not have this guy come up because he is the reason why I have a number of the watches in my collection. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Hi, Kimon.
no.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I would say if Kimon had a twin brother, this is who this would be. As far as collecting is concerned, there are certain people in the world that they gravitate to greatness. Their collection's on a whole different level. You understand what I'm saying, man? Man of very few words. Please help me welcome to the stage, Dave D.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah.
The man in the shadows.
The source, y'all. The source. The original source. I am not working. I am not
I got bad lighting too.
Sucks, don't it?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, look. You in that situation like that, man, because you too cool for light, bro. We don't need to see because I know. We know. Because I understand this. I want to keep my show together because I know if the ladies look at you, like the internet is gonna be broken. They're gonna be like, "Hey, man, is he dating? Where does he live at?" We want that dude. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a dating show. This is all about watches.
Look, this just went from a fun watch conversation to one of those old school news interviews with somebody that's in witness protection.
Right, witness protection. Oh man,
that might be true.
Is that his real voice?
Right. Let's see. What was the the comment? Just saw a vintage from that brand. Oh yeah. I've never actually held one in hand, but I've always wanted to. There's a guy with a channel called My Watch Channel, and he climbed the mountain with Pagani Explorer Homage. This is so. Any other reason is the price or brand. It don't, bro, because I mean, here's a crazy thing. Like I have, Dave D will tell you, but y'all seen it. I got watches in my collection that don't have a Swiss movement in it, right? Case in point, and this is from a big company y'all know, Citizen. This watch is fire. This watch is fire. That's that Tiosa, however you pronounce it. And I have watches that, bro, literally got the NH35 in it. You can't tell me nothing about that watch. Is phenomenal. Mark from Long Island. I'll show this a second time. One of the best watches I have in my collection. With all the watches I got, one of the best looking watches, best performing watches, best feeling watches. And the price, man, it just knocked you out, man. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
The cool thing about that, though, Trap, is like deep down, Mark's just one of us.
Yeah.
Like I met him for the first time in Chicago at the show.
Right.
And just a down home cool dude that makes a badass watch.
Mm-hmm. Can't argue. So like Dave
he put out a year.
Who Mark?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I know he sells out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. He's because this watch actually just sold out. And somebody blamed me. They said, hey, I was looking on the tube tonight. Oh, y'all, everybody in the chat. Tony White's in the building, man. Mr. 10 watch collector. He's in the building. What's going on? Tony White of 10 watches.
What's up, Tony?
10 watch, Tony. I'm not gonna mess with you tonight, Tony. I know he probably sold one of his watches, so he's down to 9. Yeah.
100.
So Mr. Dave D.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you've seen a little bit of the conversation earlier, man. We was talking about, the verbiage that's used on YouTube, the tactics people use. How do you feel about collecting in 2024? Before we get into that, how do you feel about collecting? How do you think it's going so far?
I mean, collecting is that's always a challenge as far as, just in general collecting, trying to navigate through YouTube. That's an issue by itself, whether or not who you're gonna trust and who you're not gonna trust. Because everybody's on their own time as far as that is concerned. But I mean, collecting on the whole, man, is fine. I don't see it going anywhere, So I can't really say much on that. That's not going anywhere. There's too many collectors out there now for it to do anything else. I mean, when you look at it, matter of fact, go to a show, you know, especially a big show, you wouldn't believe how many people out there collecting watches, and that's just small stuff. That's not even the whole, you know, the whole venue, what you see. So I mean, you was in Chicago, so you know, I'm quite sure you've seen enough. You know, I was at a show this weekend. Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there long. I got there too late, but I was there. You know, so you know, I mean, watch it's going good. I think it's going good.
All right, so they want to know from you, Dave D, the most popular style of watches being in the next decade as well. What do you say? Because I answered it. I said, or what do you say, bro?
Most popular style within the next decade? Well, hell, right now I would say dive watches are probably the most popular. Dress watches, they're not going anywhere, but they're not the most popular. But I would say dive watches.
We all said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, dive watches. Everybody loves a good dive watch, man. You know.
So let me ask you guys this, man. And I'm not taking YouTube's word for this, because there's some YouTubers that if you look at every fifth video is a Rolex. They talk about Rolex, right? And do you guys think, from what you see online, what do you think is the most popular brand out there? And we're we're not using Rolex, but like, what do you think is the most popular brand?
What do you define as popular?
Something that you'll see out in the wild and that's talked about.
Are you talking to the general mass public, or are you talking to watch people?
I'm talking to everybody that's in here right now.
So watch people.
Yep. You watch folks. Like, what do you see most out in the wild? Because I know y'all be wrist checking. And nobody else in here. I know Space G be wrist checking.
I'm seeing three different brands a lot. Okay. I'm seeing Omega.
Okay. I'm
seeing Tissot.
Okay.
And the one that I don't think is going anywhere for a long, long, long time is Tudor. Especially with the way that Tudor came out of the blocks this year at Watches and Wonders with that Black Bay 58 GMT.
Yeah.
If they keep pulling stuff like that, they're not going nowhere for a long time. And they've grown away from being Rolex's little brother. They're their own monster now.
You know what? I have so this the question. Since all of us agree that dive watches contributed to the style, no, let me see. What do you think contributed to the style being so popular? Of course, James Bond is one of the reasons. I think just for Omega, I don't know. I think in the 50s, man, when the 50s hit and the dive watches came out, it was something different than what people were used to. And it just seemed like that style is undefeated, man, for whatever reason, man. I don't know.
I think it goes back to the versatility. It can be dressed up or dressed down. You can put it with a suit. You can put it with a t-shirt and a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Well, I would say to your first question, I see more Invictors than anything. I won't lie to you. I see more Invictors than any other watches. Any other watches. You know, you walk through a mall, anywhere I go, I see more Invictors. You know, I think Invicta has swamped the market with the watches because I see a ton of them. They're easy to get. You know, the cost is I mean, easy to get as well. You know, I do see every now and then maybe a Tudor or a Movado or something like that. You know, but those, but the Invictors, I see more Invictors than any other watch. Period.
We got a newcomer to the building. We got somebody waiting in the wings right now that wears sunglasses at midnight every time you see him. You know what I'm saying? And and then there's two. We got a 2-for-1 deal. You know what I'm saying? They came in just about the same time. So what we're gonna do. This one man that's coming up, he is the king of Watch Crunch. He is on everybody's profile. He is big up in everybody, man. And this dude has the love for Aragon that I've never seen in my life. So please welcome to the stage,
Space G.
Space G, and the man that's new to the game. Hold up, come on back. Where'd he go? Let's double back around. I wear my sunglasses at night. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He got a clock. He got the clock. He got the clock.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
He's
Space G. Yeah.
What's up, man? Look.
That night. You remember that song? I stay listening. Brother. Don't hate, participate.
Felix saw that joint on the background. He's like, hold on, let me get on shopping queue real quick.
Yeah, I'm like trying to talk about that clock in the background. I'm like, damn. Ain't everybody got one of these? What y'all talking about?
Man.
House of X.
That's on fresh though.
So check this out. Just to answer that question too, like I'm gonna tell you, in my area, I see a lot of Invicta pieces, right? But I see a lot of, like, I'm gonna say G-Shocks just as much as Invicta. It's like a split. Yeah. It's a split. And like where I'm at, G-Shocks. And so when I go up north to like our more rich area, I do see more Cartier. I see more Cartier than anything else, bro. Like Cartier in one area, bro. Like that watch is so distinctive. There's no way around that. When you see that watch, you like, okay, I know what that is.
So Theonius he put a comment in. Where do you guys see, like, I'm surprised nobody said Apple Watches.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, those are the smart watches.
Yeah,
might be the future
in general.
Future, you know.
Well, I'm still interested to see what that thing that we bought that attaches to the back of the watch, how that's going to work out.
So I'm waiting for that launch. Once that comes out, bro, I will be the first to tell you how it works out.
Well, I ordered one too, Craig.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm not messing with you, T. White. He dangerous, y'all. Listen, man, I'm getting text messages from Mr. 10 Watch on some stuff, man. No, I ain't messing with you, man. I ain't messing with you. He trying to encourage me. And no, I see what you're doing. Let me see. Apple Watches. Let me put that up there. Casios.
You retarded.
Man. Oh, let me see what Thelonia said. Seconds. Yep. I see that a lot. Man. But you know what? Here's a crazy thing. Is, you know, on YouTube, and I'm just gonna speak to YouTube. There's such a I'm gonna say there's a wide open space for more affordable watches to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, Deep Blue gets talked about probably once or a year.
Such a good company, dude.
And like, do you understand that this thing is built to dive? That watch is built to dive, and you can get one of them watches for $150 all day.
Yeah.
$99 when they had them specials. Father's Day, they had the $99 ones, man. And I'm like, yo, what? They out of New York. There's, and DK mentioned earlier, the marketing. These things aren't being. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting comments over here. I'll share with the class later behind the scenes. But Deep Blue as a whole doesn't, and I know there's some people that Pagani. I've seen a couple of YouTubers that talk about Pagani, and that's one of the reasons why I actually got one around here somewhere. I got 4 Paganis in my collection. Great watches, man, especially like $89. Can't beat it, man. And I do agree with that. I believe when the dust settles, some of the big companies, man, like I'm pretty sure everybody on the panel would love to have a particular watch that may cost a certain dollar amount. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
And I don't know like what that watch is. For me, y'all, I've always shared this with you guys. I like the Panerai. But after having a conversation, me and you, Dave, I don't feel the need to spend over a certain dollar amount on the watch because you can find so much more. Man, you can go to Citizen right now and just clean up.
Yeah.
Citizen is coming out with some good stuff, man.
For less than $500, bro.
Me personally, if I had the money, if I was one of those people who just had that kind of money to throw away at stuff.
Hey, Space G.
I see him.
Company, brother.
I know. They're attacking me. They want attention. They spoiled.
So you act like he ain't looking in the camera. Oh, is the camera rolling? You know that camera rolling. You know what's going on. Just come over here.
I see you. No, but if I was the kind of person that had the kind of money to spend on watches like that, I love my affordable watch. I'm gonna get every single drop of an Aragon, no matter what. But
we know
something about even though I don't have the money to buy a bunch of watches at this point, the appreciation for just complications and finishing and like you were talking the other day about Glasuda Original.
Yeah.
And when you turn over the back of one of them bad boys and look at it,
it's like
your mind is like, thank you.
It's art.
Thank you. It's like one of those watches as beautiful as the dial is, you just want to wear it backwards. Who cares about the time? You can look at the time on your phone. You know? The matter of fact, they have they call it the inverse. The panel date inverse. And it's literally the movement is turned up. Similar to that.
No, it's no. If y'all thought that was a Glasuda, like wait.
No, I knew that wasn't it, but it's similar to that.
This is a Constantine Weiss. This is a Constantine Weiss, and this is a pure mechanical.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Bro,
those things can get pretty pricey too.
But listen.
Oh yeah.
This came out on Shop HQ at $179.
Oh wow!
I got it for $100. I got that sucker for $100. They had like a Christmas special or sale or whatever.
That's what's up.
And I said, look, this is another one I consider a nice dress watch. This thing fits right under a cuff. You know what I mean? And that's just the thing, though. That's just the thing, y'all. Is I do believe at the end of the day, some of these companies, because it's easier to spend $150 on a nice watch. What's that? Barberry. You guys seen the Barberry commercials?
Bodary.
Yeah.
The one with the honeycomb loom. Yeah.
Bro, $87. $87. And it's $35.
Wish I was home. I'd pull out that CCCP that I showed you last week, Trap.
Oh yeah.
$165. That thing's wicked nice.
Bro, yeah, the Gold 70s chronos are fire.
What's up, Dave D? I can barely see you, Dave D. You ain't got no light on.
Mm-hmm.
You got shades on.
He's in witness.
He's a witness protection.
He's the man.
Felix got shades on. He said he can barely see me.
Nah.
The 70s Chrono with that TV case. Bad.
I don't know.
It's dark, man. I'm in the dark room.
Man, don't hate, just participate.
What is that?
The shades are closed.
Seiko GMT. This is a 1970s remake. The original had chronograph. This retails for about $525, but of course, Seiko always got a sale. I didn't pay that for that, but like Seiko always has a sale. You know what I'm saying? So you can get this watch for like under $300 or something like that, like at most ADs or on their website. Like so that, or if you go to Amazon or whatever the case is. So there's some watches out there, and I know people. I was looking at the comment section.
What that is, Face G?
Citizen.
That's Garrison.
Nice.
Yeah, I had
Garrison
on yesterday.
Eco Drive.
You can get
And this
a
thing,
you can get
this
a
thing.
Tuzo
I mean,
PRX sports one for $300.
you don't have to spend a whole lot of money for decent finish. Look at the brushing, got the polish, got
Yeah.
the onion crown. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money for a good watch. It doesn't. No.
You just got to
Yeah.
shop around and know what you're doing. Look
That,
for those
that
deals.
is, but you know what, Felix, I'm gonna tell you this too. It comes down to really personal preference, man.
Oh yeah, well, you already know that.
Personal
Mhm.
preference, man. It's like I get it. You know, DK said it. I agree that anybody, a talking head on YouTube, when they're reviewing and they're talking about the watches that's coming out or whatever the case, however they present it, they have an obligation to give you information. However that information comes out, it's up to you what you consider, and it's really people.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you this, and a part of my review of this watch that I have, right, that don't belong to me, the Manta Noble. One thing you can't put back in the can is one YouTuber, two YouTubers, I think a few dozen have referred to that watch as being the Rolex of micro brands. You can't unhear that. You can't unsee that, whether you agree with it or not once you get in your hand, but it's been said. And then you have some of your more prominent and bigger YouTubers have said that. So now guess what? Whether you think that watch looks like that or not, you're going to automatically look at it and compare it to a Rolex.
Yeah.
Good thing with me, I don't have a Rolex in my collection right now, right?
He said right now.
Yeah, right now. Right now.
He's working on it.
Hey, listen.
Wait for those Christmas lives to come up. Here we go.
Listen. I don't, bro. I don't have a Rolex right now. And that's not to say one may not pop up. You never know.
Never know.
You're right about it's the preference. I mean, I've got, you know how many watches I got. And you know that I bought that one watch. I only bought one watch that I spent, it was worth this amount, and I bought it for that amount. You know, Trap, you know what I'm talking about. And it's because I wanted that watch, you know, and because of the rarity of it, I was willing to pay $300 more than what it was worth. You know, so it is a preference and what you're willing to get for what you want.
Yeah, because I know if you told Joe, hey Joe, I got a watch for you, it's $1,500. Joe gonna be like, what is it? And what you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what you mean you got $1,500? Like, if I didn't ask for that watch and I was willing to pay $1,500, don't come bring me no watch. Joe come slam a door in your face, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And I just sold like somebody like Joe. I can appreciate how he's collected his watches. Kenny, I saw what you did when you were collecting watches, man. You were dead set on what you had, like you were focused, bro. You was moving and grooving and shaking and doing what you had to do. I honestly don't believe your influence came from outward. Like, you may have agreed or liked some. Come on has always been an inspiration when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the Val Jus and stuff like that. Yeah. So he's the reason why I do have some, like, I fell in love with the Val Jus, because Kimon has always had this beautiful collection, right? And of course, you can't take pictures like this, man. He has I don't know, it's just a perfect picture when he posts the
his wrist shots are crazy good.
Crazy good. But he's been a part of, like, the influence for me on why I like certain watches. There are certain YouTubers that I've listened to, and I'm like, you know what, let me try. Matter of fact, I mean, TGV. That's the reason why I got that. And I looked into the company. I actually liked the history of it, and I said, man, that's pretty dope. Who did we just lose? Did we just lose somebody? Space G fell out. What's going on? Okay, Space G must be going to order an Aragon or something.
So here's a question for you guys then, because I think about this. I'm starting to think about this a lot more now that I'm starting to get back into the game than, say, over the last year when I was completely out of. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at my collection that I have now and where I want it to go. So looking back like 2-3 years at your collection, what you had compared to what you have now, do you guys see yourself going in a totally different direction?
Heck, man, bro, I went in I did. I went in a complete different direction.
Yep. I already have.
Complete, bro.
I already have.
See, because that's like, we buy, we sell. Like that's the cool thing about being in the Invicta, Aragon, entry level gateway watches, right? We pick them up, we trade them, we swap them, we sell them, all this other stuff.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious to see how everybody's style has changed. I guess like me now, I'm looking more just because I'm in suits more for work and all this other stuff. I can't wear the big bulkies and and all that type of stuff anymore.
I
So
don't
I'm
buy
going
the
more
same kind of
sleek
watches that
style.
I bought 2 years ago. I mean, for sure.
You're buying the same
The
style?
watches I buy now, they got to be a certain type. They'll smack you in the face type. Versus 2 years ago, I was buying it to collect.
Right.
So
Well-
yeah, my buying has definitely changed for sure.
Kenny, I would say, and I mentioned this to Trap earlier. I used to go like 48 millimeters and up only. Okay. Now I've got a couple of 42s, 44s, and I really like them. You know what I mean? They're not big, bulky watches, but they give you the same look, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Come on, say it's making me blush.
You
Hey,
know,
dog.
That's a
And
grown
if you
man.
ain't never seen Come On Smile, bro, I'm telling you, he's the original Mr. Steal Your Girl. You know who
Damn.
Look, if Kimon came in this chat right now and smiled, none of us would have lighting issues.
Hey, bro. Hey, you know, too. Hey, don't let your girl see. Don't bring your girl around me. Cool
She
player
snapped
for real.
them for you, real
Hey,
quick.
that's your girl. Right,
He's
from my,
definitely a cool fella.
and all he got to do is smile. He said you making me blush. Okay, what was that? A comment? The King Seiko.
Great
Oh,
watch.
what is that, Felix?
That's the
It's, uh,
7750.
Yeah, he already knows.
Oh, that's that. The what you call it? Yeah, the
Kenny just said it. The Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
750. Just got it in a few days ago. Leather strap.
Mhm.
And you know what? This leather strap here, if you notice some Invictas that had the leather straps, they're kind of thin. This one's thicker.
it has to be to carry the weight of that watch.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah. It ain't called a Mammoth for nothing here. But yeah, I mean,
beast
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Felix, is that the one that has the side pieces that pull
Yeah.
out?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
Thelonious, I am going to go. I think this watch is at I want to say this watch is over at Moyer Jewelers. I'm gonna go check tomorrow. And if it is there, because I want to see, because I don't have an opinion. I mean, I like the way it looked, but I want to see it in person.
What watch
I like
are you talking about?
The King, it's a King
Seiko.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it's a winner all the way.
Well, yeah,
A
Seiko's
few of them. I don't have anything bad to say about them,
King
Yeah, me
Seiko.
neither, dude.
except for the
I
price.
need to get one.
That's nice.
Yeah, that thing is under. It's just under $4,000.
Damn.
I'm looking.
Joe said I'm priced out.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one either.
I think me too.
It's
I
priced.
think the most I've spent on the watch was like $2,000. It's the most I've ever spent on a watch.
And which watch was that, Felix?
The Bolivar. I think I showed it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's diamond out and all that.
Let's see. Field watch. What do you think? Field watch? I like field watches. I got a number of field watches.
I like field watches. I just can't wear them.
You know what? This is, I mean, technically, I don't know if you would call this a field watch, but it's kind of a field watch.
You can,
You know,
bro.
it's
What does
It's,
a
you know,
field watch mean? You
legible.
What is a
right,
field?
legible, clean. You know, it's not too dressy. Jeans and a shirt, or like I wore it to church in my polo. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, it doesn't. But most of the watches we all wear, you can wear it in multiple occasions.
Absolutely.
That's a field watch.
Yes, sir.
And Jay Jones.
I mean, it's no hammy, but I mean, it's
Does that
okay.
mean, does a field watch? That means like it's an everyday watch or something?
Jay Jones. Hold up, I'm gonna answer the question in a second. So hey, so Jay Jones, you completed my challenge on Instagram, so you will be receiving this watch right here.
Uh-oh.
Do me a
Oh,
J. Jones, text me your address and I'll get this mailed out tomorrow. I'm doing all my mailing tomorrow. I apologize for those who've been waiting on stuff.
Good job, J. Jones.
Yeah, I didn't think he could do it. I did, honestly, because J. Jones got 955,000 watches in his collection. I just couldn't see him wearing, because like he's always posting a different watch. It's hard to put
every day. Yep.
And speaking of which, I was supposed to do for.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I was supposed to wear one watch for the month of August, but Vic challenged me to a 30-day automatic wearing watch. So like I have to wear a watch, an automatic watch for the next 30 days, and I have to post it to Instagram. And I said, I think I can manage that. I think I can manage 30 watches.
I can.
Yeah, they all be different. They'll all be different. As a matter of fact, they're actually going to be themed. So seeing that I have Mr. Watch Crunch right here, my first week of automatic watches is going to be nothing but Aragon. Yeah, that's dedicated to you, sir. That's dedicated to you, sir.
Put a tear in that man's eye right there, Trap.
Oh, man.
And this is what I'm going to do. I wasn't going to do that on this episode, but I will talk about this in the morning. I am trying to raise $1,000 for two veteran companies. One being is going to provide help and shelter for vets. That's in Kokomo, Indiana. And there is a watch. Hold up, where it is. I showed my man Ripsaw. So have you guys ever heard of the Richard Harvey collection?
Yeah.
Steve Harvey got a collection?
No, Steve Harvey. Listen, Steve Harvey. Man, don't you get me started on Steve Harvey, man. No, absolutely not. But this watch right here. That.
Oh, you gotta make your screen big because I can't see that.
Hold on. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we all blind, Trap.
There we go.
Oh, I like.
Ooh,
I like.
Right here, this
I like that case too.
Panerai homage. This watch is Swiss made. This one has a R150. It's automatic. The loom on it is amazing.
Nice.
I'll show this watch more in detail. So this is the case. And oh, wait a minute. I forgot to show you guys. Right. So let me go ahead and pull the watch out. That's the watch, right? Pull the case up and it has more in store. You have two different sets of straps in there and a tool.
Banger.
So what I'm doing is, thanks to Joe, I have an Aragon that he gave to me, and he told me that I can actually use this to raise money for veterans.
Oh,
so this will be going in there, and
hold up, is that the
tinted crystal?
Yeah.
It's one they call the watermelon.
Yeah.
The watermelon, that's the color of the crystals. That's what you mean?
Well, when you turn the watch, Felix, it actually goes from green to like that pink.
That
So they
right,
call it
okay.
the watermelon.
That's cool.
So how this is going to work? I'm not doing a raffle for the watches. This is going to be on the donation system, and it's not going to be done in one day unless somebody drop $1,000. But your name will go into the hat, and depending on how many times you donate, you will have that many times to actually spend. Now, starting donations is we're starting at $25 for this. We are starting at $25. Now, this is going to give multiple people a chance, though, because you're going to have a couple watches that you can win. And if you are into knives, I do have some knives. I got enough knives in here that, like with the Damascus, there will be 3 knives that will be going up for this raffle. So it's going to be one of them things where the more people participate, you'll have a better chance of winning something. Because that's the one thing I hate about a raffle. Honestly, me personally,
You doing that the whole month of August?
I'm doing it for the month of August.
Well, there'll be more than 3 knives because I got more coming your way.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, bro. So my thing is, I want to raise $1,000 for them because this is very important. This is very important to me, and I know this is election year, and I understand that there's times where people like, well, the government should step in for vets. They don't. It took me a long time to receive my benefits. I literally, at one point, I did not have anything coming in, and I had to fight for my family to make sure my family was taken care of after I got through serving my country. And I'm telling you, I had people that was fighting so hard to help me, but they couldn't. The hands were tied because of the services that I didn't receive. I literally suffered through a good portion. And not only did I was out, I had money taken from me from the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, before I got out of the military, oh yeah, I got screwed. And I don't sugarcoat from that. So this means so much to me to help people. You know what I'm saying? We got homeless vets. I mean, and it's not that they're prideful. They know that the government has dropped them off. I mean, pushed them off a cliff, no parachute, no nothing, man. And these cats out here, I'm like, how can you sit there and send somebody to defend this country? And then we come back and you seeing people that's never served got more mouth than a little bit. And all you ever done was pay your taxes, and you got something to say. Well, there's been men and women that have lost their lives. They have lost their limbs. They have lost their will to fight. There's some that will sit there and die. They will sit there and die because they gave all to country. So it's more important for another vet to give, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just giving handouts, man. I'm helping. I'm doing the best I can. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that want to participate with this, I will put it up. It'll be a whole page. You'll be able to, this for the whole month of August. Bare minimum is $1,000. At the very end of this program, I will run it if your name is in there, which your name will be in there, you'll have a chance to win something. And of course, I'll have help actually running this, man, so it'll be done fairly. All right. So,
where are you putting it up?
Yes, I was going to ask that. Yep.
Yeah, where you putting it up at? Facebook or?
So it's going to run Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay.
I'm running all three. Oh man, hey, right on, bro. I appreciate you. Your name will go in there, man. Thank you so much, man. I already got somebody just sent
and just cash app you.
Yeah, they're $25. I appreciate it, bro. I really do. This is important. And that's the one thing. And I'm gonna say this, and we can continue the conversation. But just know this: I've always been transparent on how I felt about doing YouTube, how I felt about watches, and the people that participate. Right. This is so important for somebody that has a channel. I don't care if it's mukbanging. I don't care if it's vacationers. You have an obligation to your people that you're watching, that you give them everything. You know what I'm saying? And there are some people that don't act the same way. I've met some YouTubers, man, that act completely different. You know what I'm saying? Kind of weird. I will never call your name. Don't even worry about it. But I'm serious. Like I, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just who they are. You know, They have to learn. You know what I'm saying? You can't be this whoever and then like you act completely different. Hey, that's your thing. As far as I'm concerned, as far as me and my house, as the Bible would say, I am going to definitely serve the public best I can. You know what I'm saying? The people that like, because all of us are watch collectors. All of us a luxury item. We don't need, man, bro. Everybody in here got a cell phone. Everybody got a cell phone in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need a watch, bro. But like, some of us got 100, some of us got 50, 15, 1,000. Where T White at? T White. Where you at right now? 1,100. I mean 10. I didn't mean to say 1,100. My bad.
And they all sparkle.
I ain't mean to tell your true collection number. But no, seriously, we all have the luxury of buying and owning some beautiful timepieces, man. But like, it's not too often we get a chance to, you know, like give back to people, or, you know, like there's people right now that's serving us, man. They're keeping our border safe. They're keeping even police officers. Now, I'm not gonna get into the whole police thing. And for the people that's watching,
dangerous subject right now. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, because like on lives, bro, it's so dangerous because as soon as you say something political or police or something like that, or even using pronouns, people will come in and say, I'm like, yup, you about to get kicked off.
Right.
We are using watches to just like embrace each other. It's not even influence, but embrace each other. Because I wouldn't have met Joe if it wasn't for a watch. I wouldn't have met Dave D if it wasn't for a watch. Kenny, I wouldn't have came down to Tennessee if it wasn't for a watch. Watch Crunch, my man, Simon B, the Watch Crunch master. I wouldn't have met you, bro, if I wouldn't have had a channel that's talking about watches.
Right.
And I wouldn't have Tony White in there talking about 10, bro, just 10.
Just 10. Yeah.
Everybody has participated. Thank you so much for participating, for being here. Now that we got that out the way, I want to focus my attention on the number one collector in the room. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far on the replay, thank you. But Dave D.
I knew it.
Dave D.
I am not the number one. I am not the number one. I'm sorry, y'all. I am not the number one.
Hold on, I gotta get a pen. Let me get a pen so I can take notes. Hold on.
Tell us why he is the number one. Tell us.
You gotta call Jay Jones for that.
Okay, so check this out. Let me tell this story real quick. I met Dave D through YouTube, of course. He was traveling through other channels, man. He was more of an advisor, right? He came on and said, hey, man, like what you're doing, young man. Nice channel. I want to subscribe. So he subscribed and you know, talked. We got more familiar. We exchanged numbers, and next thing you know, he's battling Kimon on one of the grandest stages out there, and it was his collection. I was so impressed with Dave D's collection because he's not an arrogant snob when it comes to it. He's not pompous. He's down to earth, and he's a straight shooter. He does not sugarcoat. He's gonna tell you how he feel, and if he don't tell you how he feel, he's side-eyeing you. That means he don't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you in that zone, you screwed up. Because if you piss Dave D off, if he do one of these to you, you had it coming. But it was more of his willingness to listen and help cultivate, because he's older than me, you know what I'm saying? So he's like been like a big brother, like when it came to collecting, like, hey, you ever think
2 weeks older than you? 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay. My man said 2 weeks. This man could be my whole uncle here.
Oh gosh!
And I mean a 70s uncle. We ain't talking about that.
He ain't talking about them Puerto Rican uncles. Y'all both in the same grade.
Like, mom still got her factory still working. I'm like, I'm holding my uncle. No, we ain't talking about
Oh gosh.
Oh, we got GOAT reviews in here. What's happening?
Hey Joe, I've been meaning to ask you what part of your house you're in.
I'm at my house up in Hampton Beach. I'm not at home in Wakefield.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, I was looking for the laptop, so he on vacation.
Actually, not on vacation. Just
right. I was looking for the background.
Yeah, no, I'm in New Hampshire.
Oh, cool.
Went fishing today, Felix.
Yeah, I saw you show that picture. You caught that fish today?
Yeah, I caught a couple today. We were out in the boat. It was fun.
So he got the glycine and Invicta combo or collaboration. And it's actually a model that glycine has had. It's a chronograph, it's a quartz piece. They've had that design for a long time, but Invicta actually just put their name on it. I believe last year they did a collaboration with it. So love the banter. Thank you.
Is that the glassine with the colored
it has the elements. It has the different elements and stuff like that. Fire, earth, you know what I'm saying? Like
the five elements they call it, right?
Yeah. Captain Planet. Hey, so
he said Captain Planet.
Dude, he got Captain Planet, bro. That's what it is, bro. Listen, man.
For real, that's what they call it? Oh wow, okay, never mind.
That's what I call it. Because you know what? I'm about to be real critical. So Invicta collectors, man, you may want to cover your ears on this one. So when it comes to the realm of Invicta, Invicta does a great job on making polarizing watches, making some that you can literally go on vacation with, go on cruises. They do a great job. I actually have a few here that are like big boys. Look at this thing. Boy, that thing is thick. That's thicker than your mama's gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sucker is nice, though. I like it. You know what I mean? I'm into these type of watches. However, Invicta, lately, you have a lot of questions from people that have been supporting you for a long time. You guys have not advertised the way you used to. You guys capitalized on the whole family thing, but like now you're like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And then my man went on vacation, so Shop HQ wasn't showing that. You don't have a presence online. You don't have a contingency plan, so to speak. And then you do one of the craziest things I've seen is Shop HQ's prices are different than Invicta store prices. So people look at your show. Oh, that's nice. I get to see it in real time, but I'm gonna go over here to this spot and buy it. You know what I'm saying? So like, It's like cannibalism. Like I don't know who idea that was. I don't know who thought of what. And granted, a lot of heat is gonna go back on AL, but I'm like, AL is not making these decisions by itself. There's a team of people, so I don't blame AL for all of this stuff. Even though I know he's the captain of the ship, I guess it's
I was about to say, but the buck stops with him, man.
It does. But you know one thing, I can say this, and nobody else besides Invicta collectors know what I'm talking about. If you met AL is a great marketing guy. The buck does stop with him, but he's not more like the social guy. You know what I'm saying? He was actually socially awkward when he came to people. You can tell that like he was trying his best to get with people and I'm like, hey, you throwing a whole cruise and you kind of like laid back. Yeah. So my thing is the ball was dropped. I mean, you capitalized on the whole family vibe. That's not the case anymore. And anybody from Invicta, if you do your research, go in my comment section on my Invicta videos, and people are pissed at the fact that y'all are not doing the same thing that y'all did back in 2017, 2018, 2019, and even up to 2020 when y'all made a great profit because people were sitting at home just getting checks and they was buying watches, buying watches.
So I agree with a lot of what you just said. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you and I have had pretty extensive conversations about this topic.
Oh yeah, please let it fly, bro. Let it fly.
What you just said, where it can't be all put on AL.
Okay.
And that he's a great marketing person and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he's not a social person. He's not a Then why do I see him out in fucking Monaco at the fucking F1 races on a fucking yacht and all this other shit while his company is back over here in the States swirling down the fucking drain of a toilet? Pardon my French.
Well, okay. So here's the deal. Where's Invicta making more of their money at? What direction are they running? Okay, so you know they get
not on the racetrack.
F2.
Not with the people who buy F1 tickets.
They're not F1. They're F2. They're F2 racing.
Yeah, but it's still people that are spending. They're not spending money on Invictus. They're spending money on Rolex. They're spending money on all this shit. There's still that money.
Not as much as Invicta though, bro. Think about it. What was it in 2023, bro? They had over 14 million customers that bought from them. Over 14 million people bought from Invicta, whether it was the cruise, whether it was Costco, whether I don't care. Like the Invicta stores, bro, there's people buying. They are buying that thing. You know what I would love to see? The sales of because they always drop the Swiss-made luxury report. They never drop. You don't know what Seiko's doing. You don't know what Citizen's actually doing, even though the rep will say Citizen is the most purchased watch in the world, period. Yeah. We just don't know those numbers. We don't know how many customers, how many people they reach. Invicta is always been at the top, and they are not just a watch company. People are buying umbrellas, they're buying the jewelry, they're buying all this other stuff from Invicta. So and then he got patents that other watch companies have to pay. Some of those designs, some of the stuff that like I think some of their bracelets, there's patents out there. Now, granted, I think what it says, correct me if I'm wrong, a patent will last 15 years or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that he lost a couple of his patents, but we saw last year that the sponsorship for NHL is over with, and that's not their focus. They're not re-signing with these people for whatever reason. So for you to see AL on that cruise ship, or his yacht, which he's been doing that's not interacting with us, bro. Think about it. If you go back to 20, when did that tsunami hit South America? Like, was that 2015 or 2017 or something like that? There's a video right now. It's on YouTube. A.L. Lalo flew his Invicta plane down there and supplied all of these goods to these people, helping these people with all type of stuff. Somebody on Facebook, saw this, and fast forward, George Floyd situation happened, right? They asked AL on Instagram and Facebook, where do you stand with the black community? AL did not answer whatsoever. So this is when he started losing some of his black customers. And then some of the white customers, the white supporters were like, yo, that is funny that you don't stand with American issues, whether it's George Floyd or not, because that's like some people don't look at it as just a black issue. They look at it as an American issue because we have some road cops, we got some people doing this, and people fell off the bandwagon with AL because of that. Bro, but you see what his interests are. So that's up to you. And I see what you pulled. I see what you did with the watches and how you collect, bro. And I know that's another avenue why I brought this episode up is because there's so many different aspects to collecting. Our emotions are in it, our feelings are in it. And dare I say, people that say you buy watches because of heritage, maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you do, I can't say that you're wrong about it. Like Omega's history, Omega started out with, like I've said this so many times before, the founder worked 30 years until he died. Then his sons took over. Then they died same year. Some stories are tragic, but these companies still thrive. And the world is seeing these people are iconic. DK dropped a huge nugget. We make these companies what they are. At the end of the day, we make.
You're right about that. You're right about that. But hey, I'm one thing, Kenny. I mean, I feel what you're saying about AO, but when you get that big, you put people in charge of certain companies. You make a manager.
I totally understand that.
Right. But I mean, it still comes back on you, but you got to trust people to grow that company, grow the area. And if they don't, then he is supposed to step in and
correct.
You know,
and I think that's where the issue is that I have.
Right.
Because look, even Trap was just saying, if you look at what he's focusing on, he's focusing primarily now
on the racing,
on the international market.
Yeah.
He got drastically away from everything US.
He did.
So I mean, just look, Shop HQ down the toilet. There's no presence on Shop HQ anymore. You're talking about
but there's new owners to Shop HQ. You know that.
I understand that, and I understand that. But you also look at the deals that they had with all of the sport leagues, all of the DC, the Marvels, the Disneys, letting all of those contracts expire.
Yeah, that did suck. Yeah.
That right there, it shows you that they're not focusing on a U.S. market. In fact, he would much rather put all of his investment into a Formula 2 team and try to build up international. And I think when all of that started happening, he alienated a large percentage of his base that kept his company afloat through the pandemic.
You make a good point. You make a good point. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say, listen. There's not, whether it's Invicta, because I've seen people talk about, like right now, let's Seiko. I just got to talking to Dave about this. Seiko 5 has more limited pieces out there than anything, more than there's welfare recipients out there, bro. Like there's so many Seiko 5s available, whether they misaligned or whatever the case is. One of the biggest arguments is they're not considered really limited if you're doing 15,000 of something or 10,000 or 9,000. People complain about that. Seiko has lost their way. It's a cash grab. You know what I'm saying? You hear this on YouTube, you hear it everywhere, and it comes to this. I can't. Is that on right now?
They finally. I've got over 2 weeks. Finally, there's an Invicta show.
well, check this out. Check this out, y'all. So let's I'm not deviating away from Invicta. I'm just saying when they ask those questions, y'all remember when Kendi used to ask those questions, what brings you back to Invicta?
Right. Yeah.
You can't even go and research this because the new owners took down all of the old videos. But if you research everybody that has said it, I don't care Godfather. My goodness, Godfather has been on more episodes than any of us, like anybody, right? This man has spoken so many times, but for everybody, they was like, hey, they like the quality. They love the family environment. They love the community environment.
Right.
And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. Invicta wasn't screaming this family environment pre-2017. We created this atmosphere of family we were going to think, and it's not on one person.
Nope.
Neither me, nor Bob Cohen. Nobody can say I was the one that started XYZ. No.
How many Invicta groups are out there?
It was a collective. That rule was in there. Now, I started my show primarily wrapped around Invicta, and I may have more. I think I got outside of this other cat. I have a lot of out there that are Invicta based, right? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that in the beginning, I had asked for access to more stuff, and AL didn't feel the need to have a YouTube influencer talking about the product. I talked about it because I like it. I never got a deal. I never got a free watch besides the one that Ryan actually sent me, the Gladiator. You know what I'm saying? And there was some of you guys saying, hey, that's the least they could have done for all this stuff. But you got to understand, I never entered a deal with Invicta.
Right.
I did it out of pure passion, and that was the slap in the face, though, because it's like the people that love your brand, man, go back and look at any of my cruises, y'all. That had to be the most phenomenal time I've ever seen people. No arguments, no fights. And y'all know, look at the news on Carnival Cruises. There's always a fight on the Carnival Cruises. Hate to say this, black folks, but it's always like some black folks like fighting. Some country white boys. And y'all,
when you got 3,000 people,
black folks got the same type of DNA. Like aggressive when you trying to prove a point, we going. I think the only difference is country white boys they'll have a drink together after they got to beating the brakes off each other. I can say that I've been around, whatever. But my thing is this: you lost connection with the people that have supported the brand. Now you want to go to F2, and that pisses people off even more. Kenny, I think if that wouldn't have happened, that I remember when you received your heartbreak with Invicta. I remember that. I remember when you said, bro, I'm done. Me and you talked for like an hour on the phone. You was frustrated because you started seeing the one that said, like, well, hold up. You start slowing down, like, man, wait a minute. He's not putting any value back in there. And I'm not taking anything away or none of their responsibility away from AL, but like how they are so weird how they operate, because Invicta stores is different from invictastores.com, different from Shop HQ, and
different from the physical stores,
bro.
Yeah.
If there's any left,
those physical stores, bro, are like dying out.
They're gone.
They are dying out.
They're gone.
They closed a couple of them. Then they closed the one in Times Square.
They closed the big one in Times Square.
Yeah,
they closed the one around me in PG.
I get it, T White. I get.
Crap, you know you the first one. Come on now,
bro. Listen. I'm just saying. What you get? Is that food? Man, get out of here. Yo, my son is the ops, man. You see, I've been sitting here. He don't know if I'm hungry or not. He went and ordered himself some food. Didn't even think about me.
What?
That was last. He did that last time too.
He did.
Churn.
You didn't teach him
Churn.
Bro.
Churn.
I'll be right back.
One of my favorite
All right,
brands,
Joe.
Marines. Now, Techno Marines made by has been cheapened. Yes, and that's the thing, y'all. I don't know why. Man, I'm about to hit Dave D on this one, man. Dave D know that they had a Swiss-made powerhouse that has been reverted down to the cheapest quartz ever. The cheapest quartz ever. It's like you can buy this watch for like $14 now. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on, bro? Like, why? And the people, this is the slap in the face, man, because you know, I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I do know this. When Mark from Long Island watches hear that a customer may complain or the community, they're not liking a certain watch or they're not liking the direction of a particular brand, he changes it. He will look in and see what changes I can make. Citizen has literally put it in the chokehold, said, hold up, wait a minute, these micro brands are doing something. Oh, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm big dog out here, man. Citizen start doing this and start putting out Ciosas and Forzas and all kind of stuff. They're like, hey, we're going to give you some super titanium. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's grade 2, but we're going to put the word super on that thing and you're going to love it. And guess what? I had that watch on the other day when I went to Trifecta, and I love the watch. Citizen, nice touch. But the fact
all about marketing, bro.
But here's the deal. It is a slap in the face. It's like, bro, you don't care about your market here. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you sure fooling the heck out of me. Because how in the world are we going from you were like the 2000s putting out some of the best watches? Kamon got watches, Bob got watches, Muhammad, Dave D got some watches that were phenomenal from back in the day.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
He sounded like Jerry.
On hand. He's saying he had nothing on hand.
No hand. That's right. You got to read between the lines. Thank you.
Right.
I got it interpreted.
I'm sorry. Shh, I'm spilling tea. My bad. Spilling tea. My bad.
Hold on. What was this? Going to F2 was wild, knowing that your core fans feel like this, not even trying to repair.
Y'all know what this is?
S1, bro. That was made after
Purple Label.
What car was that? Like those 30s Draz cars with the radiator in the front. That's what
Got
it.
That's what this came from. Mimic.
Yeah.
I know the car that you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I think it was like a Ford something. I know it was Ford, but
I know my man Shane is really offended by that. Shane's on Watch Crunch, so I know he's really offended with that Techno Marine because he is the king of Techno Marine. I'm telling you right now. You want to see a classic one? That man got all the shimmer, all the shine.
Where is it now, though, bro? Where is it now? We're looking for that now. We want it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, bro. As far as like new designs from Invicta, I'll still, bro. I will buy an old model Invicta in a heartbeat because that's where it was. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the hardware was in place, man. It got you in love with some stuff.
What you got there, Kenny?
Hold up, let me see what you got, bro.
An old school Invicta. Skeleton dial. ETA 2824 movement.
Okay.
This is a 4-digit, I think. Going back to what we were talking about way in the beginning, Trap.
I like that bracelet.
This is a 4-digit model number.
See?
That bracelet.
And that's the thing. That's the thing right there, bro. That's the thing right there is we've gotten away from what we know. Or they've gotten away from what they know. And now it's no sense. Like I was sending, you know what, like Ryan Johnson was like, yo, send your ideas over here, and people were doing that. And you know the bad thing about it, if your idea got picked, you you don't get any credit for that. You don't get a
Like,
watch.
see, that's
out of
messed
that.
up.
You're not a part of the team. There's like, you know what's crazy? There's not even a wall put up in your honor, or like, you know what I'm saying, a montage of like, hey, these are the collectors that have helped, and we're including our collectors as being this. And there, if I could tell you this, to keep the company 100 and solid, be like, hey, if you send these pictures over, I mean, if you send your ideas out, you know what I'm saying? Here's the disclaimer: if we choose your design, we'll give you a watch, or we'll give you acknowledgement of this, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is. And if you agree to send that, that should be it.
Yeah.
If you say, hey, if you make a watch, yeah, send me the first one. I want the prototype.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a part of you being a fan of Invicta. And it's not like you couldn't have done it, because again, before COVID hit, the prices were set, and now we're seeing prices that's below that benchmark, right? So if I seen an Invicta go above $500 for a quartz, I'll be like, man, please, you crazy. I'm not giving you that because I see the price.
And that's not even that hard to do, because Christopher Ward doing collab watches with every damn body.
Yeah.
You see these what not just Red Bars and those local watch groups.
Right.
They got, okay, we need to order, I think it's like a minimum of like 30 watches. These ones are getting custom made bel cantos. All right. So you telling me that it's hard for Invicta to do?
No, not at all. Hey, Trap, real quick. Remember when we were ambassadors, right? And I mean, you blew it up. I got them 24 new customers. And you remember the swag that they sent us and the watches that they gave us?
Yeah, a bunch of just
stuff
didn't work.
Just generic $5 watches.
Half that stuff didn't work.
Yeah, one of them didn't work, and I got in touch with Candy. She did send me another one, but it was.
But you know what?
The amount of customers we generated for them.
Well, here's the deal. Do you know this is how an ambassadorship works, bro? That's a job, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was work.
What's supposed to happen, what normally happens, right? And I will say this. I literally asked Shop HQ before that happened. I asked them, I want to say at least 9 months prior to that even happening. What do you guys think about an ambassadorship program? And this is what it normally looks like, right? So you basically, they send product to you and you talk about the product. You put up videos on all your social media outlets and stuff like that. And it looks better when it's not staged. You know what happened? You know what Shop did and Invicta did behind that? They put some dude up talking about this here, and I'm going to mimic this guy. I just got in my brand new.
Yeah.
This watch is amazing. I see I got my favorite team. This thing is clean and it's stainless steel. And oh my gosh, my friends are just so envious of me. So if you want to get your NFL Invicta watch, sign up right here. Go on the link below. That's so not us as collectors. And that was
they want a shill.
Bro,
exactly.
Listen, you have people like, if nothing else, you had Godfather. You didn't have to pick me. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't have to pick me. I was shocked that they picked me.
Let's just say this. You had people like Tony White.
Yeah.
You had people like Bob Cohen. You had Muhammad. You had, Mark Hines, bro. Like, there's so many people, which I don't think Mark would have done it, but you still could have gave the option, like giving real people real watches, and they're talking about it, right? People gonna buy. And let's keep this 100. And this is a straight direct. Take it for how you want. The word, or this was said. I don't want to go in that direction because nobody buys watches off of influencers.
Nobody buys watches what?
Nobody buys watches off of influencers.
Oh, that's a lie.
That's a ball-faced lie. If that's the case, you go and tell that to every watch influencer that's out there.
Yeah.
You tell
every watch company.
Last one of them.
Even Rolex.
You might as well take the word ambassadorship out and throw it out. That shouldn't even be a word no more, because like that, when that's coming from their team, nobody buys these. Nobody buys. We don't want to go in that direction.
I know for a fact, Trap. I bought I have bought a watch from your influence, and I know people have bought watches from my influence. Any one of us, you know what I'm saying? So for them to do that, and then that package they sent us, you know, it was a little insulting. I mean, you blew it up, Trap, with the new customers you got them, and I just got them 24 for the money. You know,
hey,
I mean, they make thousands and thousands.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's a couple of watches out here right now that I sent my ideas in, and they're literally out here. They're out there. They're out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I got so much respect for RJ, because he see, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's looked at that situation and be like, yo, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, this guy at least needs this, you know what I'm saying, and should get this. But again, not my company. I still got my Invictas, man. I know some people had questions. I've said this so many times before. They were like, bro, have you given up on Invicta? Bro, like, I'm a watch collector. I'm not privy to just stay to one particular watch company.
Right.
Like, I got over 64 brands in my collection right now.
You know what's cool? You know
64 different brands?
Yep, it's all Dave D's fault.
Can you name them all right now?
Bro,
no, don't do it.
I'll be all night, bro.
Yeah, we here.
He can do it. He can do it.
I'm sure he could. I'm sure he could. Yeah.
Yeah, he can do it.
Dave, I'm not messing with you, bro.
He can do it.
Get that look off your face, bro.
Matter of fact, let me get my notes. I got them.
You know the brand, okay? And that's a lot. 64.
I got my notes.
Cool track.
What's going on with Shop HQ too? Is I'm watching it as we're talking. It's the same stuff that's been around forever.
Yeah, like right now they're showing that Venom hybrid, and
I mean,
49. I got that for like $400 a while back. I got 3 of those.
The thing I'm saying, Felix, is as us as collectors, which they call us the family.
Right.
They expect us to keep buying stuff. They got to come up with something new.
Well, their new watch was that. Did you see that Akula they showed a minute ago?
Yeah, but
that was new, but it wasn't exact. Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's just the same old stuff over and over again. There's nothing new being shown on anything.
Especially after over 2 weeks without a show. They have not showed it over 2 weeks without a show.
Well, you know what? That doesn't really bother me if they don't have anything new to show us. You know,
right?
Go back to sleep.
But
I want to make a comment. Let me make a comment on what you got going on, Trap, for a second. I don't mean to cut you off.
Bro. Please do.
So, hopefully you guys don't kill me for saying what I'm saying. The whole Invicta thing. I think we have as people, we're very emotional when it comes to this thing. We putting out and we expect something back. Unfortunately, it's just not the way the game is played. They're putting out. You would think that they would do something to keep you, but it doesn't always work out that way. And so we get very emotional into those things because they suck you in, and they pretty much spit you out.
Yeah.
I just believe that we have an obligation to stop, okay, and get our emotions out of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you bought 10 watches over the year. You bought 100, 200. Okay. It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if they change the game, then you change the game. Right? And so, all this emotional why they do this or why they did that. Hey, guess what? They're a business. Okay, and they're gonna run the business the way they want to run it, not based on you. Any good business try to take care of their people, but once you see a good business is going corrupt, you move on.
Yeah,
you keep it moving. Sitting back and being upset. What is that getting you? It don't get you nowhere.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Move on to the next.
Yeah, we leave them.
You know what I'm saying? Move on to the next. There's somebody out there that's gonna treat you good.
Hey, and this is why I call him the
source. The bottom line.
And I hope y'all know this is why I call him the source, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You make sense.
Nobody not paying attention to you, Trap.
Uncle Dave.
It's that knowledge of senior citizens, boy. I'm telling you.
Hey, look, man,
Trap. It all goes back, and I don't know if you want to.
We gotta get out of that mindset.
Go into this, Trap. I don't know how deep you want to go into this, but when you got, I don't want to say dicked over by stores, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if you want to go deep into it, but I'll leave that for you. But that was when you and I talked about that. Any kind of respect that I had left for the brand
was out.
It was gone.
Wow.
And it didn't even happen to me.
Yeah, it was out. You know what? I will say this, and just for reference, when entering into when you do enter into a contract with somebody or an agreement, and they screw you over like how they did me, yes, I was upset with the company, but as a whole, I look at Trap Vision worldwide. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, what have I established on YouTube, right? And at that time, I believe I was monetized at the time when this happened, but I have built something here to where Invicta can't, Invicta, even though I started my channel talking about Invicta, I can go talk about puppies or, you know what I'm saying, like hats or something. Like, it don't matter. Bro, you give me something that I collect, I will start a whole show around it. If I, you know what I'm saying? If I walk away from talking about watches, I will come on here talking about veteran services. I don't care what it is. I could this is me. You know what I'm saying? But that taught me a valuable lesson. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I make fun and pick with Dave a lot, man. But him and Tony Wold, T White, and a few other people, man, even Ripsaw, when you came along, me and you've had conversations. Kenny, I've talked to you. It's good having counselors around you to help you keep you focused because hey, Kenny, you know,
you dude,
but I was hot, man. I was ready. Oh my gosh, I would never forget that. And you guys have never heard me curse on here. Oh yeah, your boy had some words to say that day, boy. I let it go. I was like blankety blank everything, y'all. You know, like, man, I hope you grow 3 eyeballs out the back of your neck. I was hot, man. You know what I'm saying, like, but it taught me a valuable lesson, and it comes down to Dave that, you know, and I am an emotional guy when it comes to stuff, but Dave, it taught me one thing: is it is a business, and they have a right to run it the way they want to. So I have, like I explained to the young man that called me, they gave me the cease and desist. I clearly said, hey, well, you know what? I have to respect you as a businessman, but you have to respect me. I am Trap Vision 3D, and I'm nobody that you're just going to run over and spit on. You know what I'm saying? This is a business too. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have been provided a lot. Case in point, the cruises that we've had. How many people came on a cruise that learned about it through watching my program? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I was bringing people to the dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all, come over here. You go check this out. And I'm pointing, you know how crazy that look. And if I'm promoting your brand, and you get over here and you get these people sucked in, just like you use that terminology, bro. Get the people sucked in. And now here we are. Hold up. We lost my man. Space.
He keeps spacing out on us.
If he came back up. So I'm bringing people to the dance, and now you get all these other people built into this family environment, and then you just drop it off like, okay, yeah, we're done. We're moving on to something else. Oh, F2, here we come. Or, you know what I'm saying? And the NHL and all these other companies that you were with, they're gone out the window. But, and I know we're talking to Victor, but there's so many companies that do that. There's so many companies, they don't care, bro. They just like, hey, but all they care about is the bottom dollar.
That's all. You got to run to the store.
Oh, they got Aragons on sale?
Shop
probably.
Shop HQ is still trying to play on the family thing, and it just isn't working. You know?
I wish I would have copyrighted that shit when I made it.
You probably could, Tony White. You probably could.
Man, I can't believe they showing these Venom hybrids again.
So look. Let me ask y'all this question. To everybody here, and if anyone in the chat wants to get in on it. I'm just kind of curious. Do you all still have pieces that you really care about, or you just say, you know, the hell with it?
No,
I still got pieces. I still got pieces.
You
I've
still
got
got
lots
pieces,
of pieces
right?
that I care about.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like I
100%.
still have pieces that, you know, that everybody who's coming up now can only probably go to what's that, eBay
And
like
get them,
that.
or not get them at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So look, that's my whole thing. I'm glad I have what I have. Okay, and I'm not trying to search around for it, right? And you know, some of the newcomers who are looking to get some of, hey, there you go. Oh, that's beautiful too. That's SW500 probably. I mean, look, I'm grateful for what I have, and that's how I'm gonna view it. You know, everything else don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
You know, whatever they do, I could care less, to be honest with you. Right. I have what I have, and I'm glad I have it. Anybody else, look, do your thing, and just be aware of the things that's going on. You know, try to spend your money wisely, and that's it. You know, but for the people that's been out there and establishing themselves as a collector and getting some of those nicer pieces, man, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Because those are conversation pieces that some of us have. You know, be happy with that. Listen, for all the things that I've seen that's happened in the Invicta world, I'm not upset one bit. I get it in and I get it out. You know what I'm saying? If I see them doing something that I don't like, I jump ship and go somewhere else and get something else with no problems. You know, but I'm just saying, just have a clear head. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't owe us nothing. And you can see that. They don't owe us nothing. They should because we're there for them. But you know, if they're not reciprocating, you know, the same talking point.
Man, we're a drop of water. We're a drop of water to them.
Exactly. So listen, man, let AL enjoy his plane. Let him enjoy his yacht.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
I think
you ain't gotta pay nothing else into it. You know what I'm saying?
I think for most of us like me, it's being here with y'all. You know, this is why I'm really still in this watch game. It's because of y'all, meeting y'all. I look forward to the Traps Live and looking forward to the cruise and meeting up. And that's, if it weren't for y'all, I probably would have been out of this watch game. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Trap, Joe, Kenny, Felix, me, and quite a few people in the chat. We all have good pieces that we can still have a get together and talk about.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And still have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to sit back and worry what those knuckleheads are doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we got ours.
That's right.
You know, but I just want people to be aware. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just pay attention to what's going on. You know, so hopefully, you know, you don't get pulled in, you know.
Like you said, too emotional about it.
You know
Gotta snatch that emotion out of there.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, Dave, and everybody on the chat. We do make up what it is to be an Invicta collector. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that the YouTube world will never understand, because I know the primary. I would say the most collected watch or most talked about watch on YouTube would be Rolex, right? Those, then I would say secondary would be Omega, right? But no matter what spectrum, because we do need people talking about those watches because they're familiar with them. True. I don't know that much about, outside of that I like them. I don't know that much about those high-end high horology. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking anybody for saying, hey, if you're an Invicta collector, you're a complete idiot. Hey, they've said it. I still got people to this day still reminding me of how black I am collecting Invicta. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, I didn't know I was black, man. Like, for real? You know what I'm saying? But you know, like the thing about it is there's a space for everybody. And with RJ, you know what I'm saying? He's been a representative of Invicta for a long time.
Yep.
If like he say, hey, Trap, would you like to be at this thing or like this event? We're hosting this event or whatever. Would you like to be a part of it? If I can make it happen, I'm gonna do it because guess what? I get to pull up with RJ. I get to pull up with other collectors and stuff like that. AL has nothing to do with that. As far unless he's directing RJ to do it. The people that come, they're coming. We're all gathering together for each other. It's not so much it is not for the love of the CEO of the company. He puts out a brand. It's put out a brand that we all can identify with, right? We all come together because we have love for each other.
Yeah.
And we've become so familiar with each other. We've been to Godfather's house. We've been out with Kenny. We've been to Florida. Like
757.
Victor Kyler just hosted an event in the Invicta store yesterday. I got to call him, see how well that went. But I didn't even like really want to stay on Invicta that long because I didn't even get to the other brands. But like we'll save that for another day. But as far as everything else, I do piggyback on what you said, bro. I can understand, the instructions on getting your emotions out of it. I can also understand as to why, because that's what they have been marketing for years. We have been a part of that emotional roller coaster with the brand. We was ride or die. I remember Kenny got attacked in one of these chats, bro, and we showed up in the chat like, bro, we can meet outside, man. Don't you? Hey, listen, you can talk about Invicta all day, but you talk about my guy, bro. You got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like we was ready to thump over something like that. But
and to me, that's what it's all about, bro. It ain't about the damn watch.
It's
there
not.
You go.
It ain't about this.
There you go.
It's about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
I agree.
I think that from what I've noticed, I think Kenny, you that pro diver was looking hot there, bro. You might have to come up off of that thing, man.
It ain't going nowhere.
You have to come up off
bro.
that.
It ain't going nowhere.
I'm
not even home, dude.
I travel so holding out, work, man. Stop holding out, Kenny.
This stays in my travel roll. It goes with me no matter where I go.
Well, hell, you know what? Hey, Trap. Well, let me ask you this thing, man. Because Kenny flexing over there, man. I think Felix and Kenny need to do a battle, man. I think Felix and Kenny could hold that thing down, man. Come on,
I can't because I'm not home. I don't have all my good shit.
Well, I mean, not right now, but I'm just saying when you get home, I think that could be a good one.
Yeah, I can throw this into the mix.
Felix doing his thing too. Felix definitely doing his thing too. Ooh. See what I'm saying?
Throw that one next.
Boy, I tell you.
Oh man, talk about Dave D, check this one out. Trap, put this on the big screen if you don't mind.
Hold on, let me. Event yours. Thank you for being here. I was on your live, man. They was mixing drinks, and I appreciate your honesty. She made a drink, and she was like, was it the Razorback or something like that? You was like, I ain't really feeling this one. I appreciate that because there's people that be doing them drink challenges. And I'm like, oh, this is so good. And I try it. I said, man, this tastes like piss water, man. What are they talking about?
This is piss water. But D, check that one out.
Is that a 50? Oh, that's that Disney one.
Yeah, this is the one I got from the jail raffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Sabako number 1, Alice in Wonderland Steampunk.
Okay.
Now, from what I can tell, I haven't seen anybody else got this watch.
There's a few other
things bad.
What number you got? What number is on it?
All right, that's good. Yeah, let me look. Hold on.
Hey, Trap, I just realized I have another 4-digit with me. I didn't realize this was a 4-digit.
All right.
That's the 4-digit one? Another one?
I have another 4-digit one.
Okay.
I didn't realize I had another one with me.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hold on.
I don't know if you can. It's got that green bezel.
That green. I know which one that one. Yeah. I like that.
This is number 16.
What'd you say? 16, Felix?
Number 16 out of 500.
Oh yeah.
So that's a pretty good number.
Yeah, good number.
Good number.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It's awesome. Again, Alice in Wonderland Steampunk, and I haven't seen one anywhere else since I got this one. So I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but
I'm not emotional about it, but that's
Hey,
one.
Trap, you still rock with this bad boy that I showed you?
Yeah, bro, quit playing. I bought it.
I know you did.
Yeah, heck yeah, I got it.
Best freaking watch I ever bought in my life.
Yeah, I like that, bro. I like that Disney. What's the digits mean? So the digits are when Invicta start making their watches or any other, it's just a reference number on the back. It tells you like what number that watch is in the collection. So 1,450 will be like a pro diver, right? You know what I'm saying? So Invicta's always had like a 4-digit model because they put out so many. You know, like this is the 1,000th watch, or this is the 450. Or no, not that. I don't think they've ever done 3-digit. I know it's always been 4. So it's just a reference to what number it comes up as. Not all watch companies do that. Like who was it? I think it was it AP. No, it's Patek. Like the first, so like the 5811s and all this other stuff. Like the 58 means something for certain watches, but the other one is just a placeholder. Kenny,
Can you tell Tony White to shut up?
so I can have 12 of my collection. Right, man. Get out of here, bro.
Man said 12.
12. So higher or lower digit is better. So lower digit, you want to have a low digit number. You know what I'm saying? So I got
Man, this has been a good show, Trap.
4-digit, and this one is 1,479. So it's 1,479.
Damn.
So this is like this. All that's saying is this is one of the earlier versions of this particular model.
So that was the what was it? What was the number?
Was it 1,479? 1,479.
So that was the 1,479 watch model that Invicta ever created.
Yep. So yeah, that's a low one, and that's what got me started. That was my wife bought me that one. The other one's a 4-digit too. It's in the back. The other one's a 4-digit, man. But like the thing about it too, y'all, is let's just end on this note. It really don't matter what watch company you go after, but I would refer that you have to do some research, man. Like, there are a number of YouTube channels that you can do. You'll get lost in it though, man. Like, you can get lost, honestly. But I would say Google the type of watch that you like. You know what I'm saying? If there's a watch that you have in your collection right now that you gravitate towards, just look at it and be like, hey, okay, let me see dive watches under $500 and look and let Google kind of point you in the direction, and you can point and click. You can do that on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear somebody clicking. Somebody looking for what? Is that Dave D? Are you buying something, Dave D? He looking. I see him clicking. Don't hit me with the stone face, Dave D.
Hey, Trap, pull up that last comment from Event.
Or is he? Wait, is he froze?
I think he's froze.
No, I hear him.
You played me, bro. You
I hear
played
him,
me,
Joe. Sometimes I got to put him on the back burner, man. He'll hit me
Yeah,
upside my
He
head.
was asking, is it better to have a lower or a higher digit?
So
yes,
Event.
First and last.
If it's all right with you fellas, I'll take the lead on this one since
go ahead.
F&B is my business. So, yes and no. So, with barrel pick numbers, obviously the lower the number, the earlier it's been made. The mashed and all that other stuff, but kind of, but not really. If you want to message me or get a hold of me, Trap has my contact info. I'm in the F&B business. I'm in restaurants and bars and everything like that. That's my business. So, yeah, feel free to shoot me a message and I'll definitely.
That's a good question, though.
Well, I know it would depend on the type of watch too, because all of their 4-digit Swiss made. That's what you'll get Swiss made. So eventually, so here's the deal. There are some Invicta pieces that will say Swiss movement. Like that came after, I want to say after 2013. a lot of them had Swiss movement on there, and they got away from having them built overseas. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, Swiss made is the gold standard, I guess, if you will, of watchmaking, or at least it was. Not all watches are created equal in the Swiss made brand, because all of the guys that you see on this panel right now can come up with a design on paper. We could be in a hotel over in Switzerland right now and create an entire watch, right? That watch can run like crap, but it's Swiss made. Because he'll say, I made the idea in Switzerland. I drew that out. I had some people there like, you know what? I built the watch. I'm going to send it over here. Hey, or matter of fact, I ain't got to send it nowhere. I regulated myself. I tested it myself. So it's all in Switzerland. And then I'm going to sell it to you. It cost me $150 to make this watch, but I'm going to sell it to you for $2,200. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Swiss made watch made from a dude from Chicago. Don't matter where I'm from. Don't matter if I'm good at doing it. It was made in Switzerland. So, you know, there you go.
Totally agree with that statement.
Yeah. Don't know about barrels. You can fall in a barrel, bro, and just have the time of your life. Drink till your eyeballs pop out from behind them glasses. I know you about to say something smart. Look at your mind, just you can't help yourself. You just ready to say something. Swiss made means greatness to people that think only greatness comes from Switzerland. That is the truth, bro, because if it wasn't for World War II, there will still have some of our American-made companies putting watches out. Yeah. And I think we're going to save that for another time to talk about, too, because I know one of the companies that's close by, Kokomo Watch Company, they got a watch that's about $2,200 or something like that, or between $2,000 and $2,600, I believe. And I've seen some comments like, well, why is that watch so much? That's interesting, because some of those same comments, you will spend $5,000 on a Swiss-made timepiece that you say that it's great. You don't know that watch could be greater mechanically sound, right?
Yep.
Over that one. It can be regulated to the point where it's like, hey, man, this watch is, a second a day? This thing is better than cost certifications coming out of Kokomo, but you pass on that to go spend $5,000 over there. I'm just saying.
Not me.
I know. Joe say, hey, man, look, give me my $200 to $300 watch. I'll buy. If I want $1,000 watch, I'll buy it, but I don't want that right now. So I feel you, bro.
Love what you're buying, brother.
You got to.
That's
Love
it.
what you're buying. Sometimes what looks good when you get it, you're like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah, what is this piece of junk?
Yeah, it happens. It's just part of the game.
That's Swiss made.
So
that's Swiss made, and that's a banger. That's a banger.
Glycine?
What is that?
Yeah, glycine, bro. Glycine ain't talked about like that, bro.
Oh, that's glycine.
What was that?
That was my putty dial combat sub. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all see what's behind it? That Airman.
Yep.
That's my baby right there, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know this is not much. I know.
What is that?
If I can get it right, hold a minute.
I felt like you was breakdancing, bro.
I was.
Stop blocking it.
What brand is that?
What brand is it, Dave D?
This is an original Christopher Ward.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now y'all see why I call him the source. You feel what I'm saying? Can't nobody who cracks out with that type of watch, bro. That man just came out.
There he goes.
Fellas, I gotta bounce off. I got an early morning.
All right, bro. Go ahead. We about to get up out of here anyway. So
See you, Kenny.
Good talking to you, fellas.
Man, bro, people are stuck on Brandy. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely.
I have a Swiss-made Burberry.
Some people think that if they don't have a brand name, they don't have nothing.
Man.
Which is crazy.
Bro, look, whatever. You remember this one? This was supposed to be to somebody, particular person, but it's mine now. That's not Swiss made. That's NH35. It's mine now.
Sound like you stole that.
Stole it. So did. Robbed
Oh.
it. And if they watching, what you gonna do? Call the police? I ain't yeah, how about that? Nah. So anyway, man, we've been on for 2 hours and 39 minutes. This is as long as I've been on for in a minute. I haven't been this. Yeah, this was a great conversation.
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, we need to take another tour of your facility, man. I need to look at that thing again because your setup is crazy. Your setup is vicious. I mean, you have that thing well set up.
When Trap does another live and I'm home, I'll definitely do that for you.
Okay, nice.
Dr. Bob, what's going on, man? Welcome in. He said marathon, yes. So yeah, we're gonna stop right here, and I would say it was a great live, in my humble opinion. But I'll let whoever's watching be the judge of that. You guys rank it however you want. We have some of the greatest collectors out here. We got my man Ripsaw Joe. We got Dave D. We got Felix that is muted.
I muted my damn self. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate it.
I ain't want you to hear what I was saying about you. My bad.
Okay. All right. Cool. Hey, listen, you get the J Jones real quick. So
yeah. Oh, come on now.
So everybody that is that's been in the chat tonight, man, I appreciate y'all so much. I thank you for your input. I thank you guys for supporting and stuff like that. And I mean, that's all I got to say on that matter, bro. Y'all got anything before we get up out of here?
Just collect what you want. Don't be influenced by other people and other companies, whatever. You like it, you buy it. And everyone have a great week.
Yeah, try not to be so serious.
Yeah. I would just say God bless everybody. Let's respect each other. Let's love each other. You know, that's what we're here for. You know, and just let's have each other's back. You know,
my whole back. Just
the whole back.
My whole back.
All the way back.
Way back. So yeah, thank you guys, all of my great supporters and subscribers, man. Thank you so much, man. And until the next lightning strike, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be blessed. Yes, sir.